What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Italian Stallion, here live from King's Chamber. You ever wondered what that experience is when you come here? Let me tell you something. Miss Kim here has shown me the royal treatment. So when you come down to King's Chamber, let them know Rebels with a Cause and the Italian Stallion sent you. You will not regret it. Takes care of you, waxes, beard trims. I just got my hair cut, about to get it washed right now. This is the royal treatment, fellas. Manicures, pedicures, you let them know Rebels with a Cause sent you. She will make sure that you are treated like the king that you deserve here at King's Chamber. Let them know the Italian Stallion sent you. Stallion out, baby. Go Canes.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Italian Stallion, here for another episode of Rebels with a Cause. You know what time it is, baby. It's Wednesday nights, and it's time for that cause, because that cause don't stop when that clock hits zero. You know, guys, football is a beautiful sport. You know, you got a winner and you got a loser. And let me just tell you this, unfortunately, my boys came up short, but damn it, they fought like Rocky. And I'm just going to say this, I'm damn proud of them. Hats off to Indiana. I'll probably cover it more on Stallion Speaks, Takes My Medicine, for all the trash I talked to it. You know what? That's what I do, okay? I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong, but when I am, right, of course I'm going to gloat, and you may not like it. But that being the case, though, hats off to the champs and them getting it done on a perfect 16-0 year. As thank you for a magical ride that I thought was done on Halloween weekend, and I'll have more to say about it as I bring on the crew. But once again, guys, thank you for everybody tuning in tonight to Rebels with a Cause. We can't thank you enough for all your support, because we've got some exciting news tonight. First and foremost, we're now up to 179 subscribers. I want you to think about this. In August of last year, we were around 94. And I was just like, can we get to 100? And sure enough, we're now at 179. So my ask is now, by March Madness, can we get to 200? Because that would be a great birthday present for myself and two-pair Tate, being March babies. That being said, though, I think we're going to get there very quickly, because the first of the few shows that are about to debut starts next Tuesday night. And we hope that you tune in. He's got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. He knows his stuff. He started on this show, and he's one supporter. So next week at 8 o'clock p.m., tune in for the KR Big Game Show at 8 o'clock with our boy, Big Game Kerry Reeves. It's going to be fantastic week. So, you're going to be able to get on just like you do with Stallion Speaks. He'll give you a few minutes to talk sports with him, debate with him. I'm sure guest hosts on as his show continues to grow, and of course he's going to talk about football. He's going to be the one that actually gets to cover who's going to be our Super Bowl, that first show on Tuesday night. He's also going to preview the Winter Olympics that are about to happen, and also going to transition now to college basketball season, because if you like college football, maybe basketball is not your sport, but how can you not love March Madness? And February is when you're jockeying for those positions of the number. And pretty soon they're going to who the top four is going to be in those respective regions. So definitely hit up his show next Tuesday night, the Big Game, or the KR Big Game Show coming up. Also, want to get some housekeeping out of the way. The views and opinions of this program not affiliated with those of any other organizations or entities. These are solely the RWAC family and guest panelists' views. Also, if you want to join our show in the chat box, definitely drive that show. It's just as much of your cause as it is ours, because that cause don't stop when that clock hits zero. And as always, smash that like button and share us. I'm telling you, it really does something for the analytics and brings on it welcomes more people to the channel. That's how we're getting subscribers. So if you enjoy our content, definitely smash that like button and share our cause so we can have others join it as well. That being said, though, I want to give our love to our sponsors, King's Chamber, Miss Kim Castle there off of Washington Pike. Let me just tell you this. She always takes care of your boy, the Italian Stallion, whether it's a pedicure or manicure, beard trim, haircut, the waxes. 2 tasty beverages. She gets you taken care of. Let her know for first-time customers, she'll get you a discount. Let her know Rebels with a Cause sent you. Let you be treated like the king that you deserve at her chamber. Also, it's getting cold out. We're going to get snow up here. I don't know if this is blizzard of 226, whatever you want to call it. But before you do, you might want to load up on some coffee. Go hit up our boy Alex Thatcher, a class of 2003 grads, Knoxville Coffee Company. They're in the heart of Marble City, where that brew is good any time of the day. So let them know Rebels with a Cause sent you. It'll keep you nice and warm on these cold, blistering nights coming up. Also, if you're looking for that more traditional haircut, go hit up Josh Fink or Corey over there at Razor Shop Barbershop. Let them know that Two Pair Tate and the Italian Stallion sent you. And speaking of which, our boy, follow him if you haven't already at 332 Studios, the Big Fact Sports Network. They're covering and doing all sorts of great content on there. So if you support this channel and you support this show, go show them some love too while you're at it. Well, that being said, I've got my guys that want to come on tonight. What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, obviously we're going to talk about the game at Hard Rock. I think it was a classic college football game between two teams just that wanted it, that had so much to prove, and it lived up to the hype. Shame on any son of a bitch that literally had the balls to come out there and say that Miami was going to get blown off the field. I mean, I think that was probably the stupidest thing. If you've even paid attention to Miami even last year when they had an atrocious defense, nobody beat them by more than 7 points last year. So, for that to happen with a better defense, although they were a very good offense, efficient that they were playing against, I didn't see a blowout coming from their end, but some of the scores were just laughable, and I'll cover it more on Stallion Speaks. All those people should be ashamed of themselves. But that being said, we can also talk some NFL. There was some heartbreak for some of the guys on the panel that we thought that would have gotten the job done. Just Lady Luck wasn't on their way, and we're about to preview a Final Four with some teams that we would have never thought would be in this thing, and we're on pace for a Super Bowl that will be crowning a new champion, just like college football did. So we'll talk about that. We can also talk a little college hoops too. There's some really exciting things about to happen. Weird things going on. Guys being allowed to come back for teams after they've gone and played kind of pro ball. What the hell's going on here, guys? NCAA, get your shit together, man. I mean, this is starting to get ridiculous. But that being said, let's bring them on one at a time and let them share what their thoughts are as I bring them all on, and we'll tackle the topics. And again, anything you want to talk about in the chat box, put it out there, baby. We get it looked at. But that being said, first and foremost, I want to bring him on because his show is going to be coming up here very soon as well. But, he was a day one supporter, started as our behind-the-scenes stats guy, been on screen with us since episode 18, has even made some appearances on Stallion Speaks as well. You know him as our resident coach, but let me just tell you this. He knows his stuff. I would have loved to have seen what his thoughts are. I'm going to find out what his thoughts are and what he thought about the championship game and some of the schematics done by both teams. So it's going to be very interesting to hear his opinion of that. But that being said, more than anything, we just got to give him the round of applause and love that he deserves. So let's welcome him and bring him on. The one, the only, here comes the money! Shane O'Mac, Shane McKay.
What's up? Hey. Yeah, I'll get into all the games that happened over the weekend and my personal pick of how I think college football and NFL should go next year.
Oh, I like it. So, yeah. Well, would that be?
It's our beautiful Wednesday night. I love being here.
Oh yeah.
So it's the quality man time that I need, and I love my brothers out here. So.
Oh, absolutely. No, I needed this just to move on with some pain, the therapy hour that we can all suffer as our teams lost this past weekend.
I love my son to death.
Yeah.
He's to be a freaking bandwagon hopper.
Oh no.
On Monday night, man. I don't care if his ass is 4'11" and a half. I was ready to put my fist through his chest.
Oh man. Oh
he did one of these. He went this to that.
Man.
No, we gonna fight, son. We gonna fight.
I guess he doesn't want a birthday present from Uncle Stallion this year, because that's what that'll get you a lump of coal right there. So
he just did it again. So yeah.
Well,
no birthday present for you next week.
That's fine.
You better apologize.
I see it. No, but he's not even doing it right. He's doing the Utah Utes. Exactly. He can do that. He can do that all he wants.
It's this, son. It's this.
The hell with Utah. So, yeah, it's
your uncle is a Miami fan. Like your actual uncle. for your bio dad is a Miami fan.
That's funny. That's funny.
Man.
Well, yeah, it's all good. Listen, we got to bring on this guy because he's excited because in less than 6 days, his show is going to debut. I know he's got a lot to say. He suffered this weekend as well. But that being said, been a day one supporter. Just glad he's here and can't wait to see his smiling face tonight and any show that he brings on the Tuesday night. So let's bring him on. Mr. Big Game, Kerry Reeves is in the house. What is up?
How's everything, my brothers? How's everything? Yeah.
Other than not having a sixth ring, everything's great, though.
Yeah.
So
Saturday just literally kicked me in the face. The Nads, everything. My Sabres lost. Vols blew a 17-point lead. My Bills got shafted. Yep. We'll talk about that later because that's going to be a couple focus. And then I lost a coach. And then I lost a coach. And now we're they're the 10th team to be looking for a coach. And we'll talk about that too. Shane, congratulations to your Titans. You've got the best coach out there, one of the best coaches on the market in Robert Saleh. He's going to do great things.
I've heard that Mike McDaniel will be our OC.
Nope. He's going to the Chargers.
God.
But if things work out, Brian Daboll will be your new offensive coordinator. Yeah, that's the scuttlebutt. If he doesn't get
the Chargers, okay, all right.
If he doesn't get the Bills job, if Daboll doesn't get the Bills job, that's the job he will get is the Titans job. And McDaniel and remember McDaniel and Harbaugh, they've been friends for a long time, and he's a California kid, so that's perfect for McDaniel to go back to LA to be Jim Harbaugh's offensive coordinator. That's going to be a great combination for him, Justin Herbert.
The Chargers should still be in San Diego, though.
Yeah, they still should be in San Diego. I agree, but now Justin Herbert's got no excuses.
Nope.
He's got one of the top offensive minds. He's got Jim Harbaugh, and it looks like Jesse Minter probably staying for defensive coordinator. He's got no excuses at this point. He's got to produce.
Who's the Tennessee receiver that went out there? Is it Palmer?
Palmer was there, but now he's with us in Buffalo.
Okay.
He was hurt half the year, so we didn't get a chance to really utilize him as much as possible. But I'm going to discuss that a little bit later. But I'm also excited about the show. Next
Tuesday, and we'll be hyping it throughout. So
the nervousness is a little bit there, but it'll dissipate as we get closer and closer and closer. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think everybody's going to be pleased at what we talk about.
Absolutely. No, you'll be fine. So, and I'm always a call away if you have any issues. But that being said, I got another guest panelist that also suffered this past week, and he suffered twice. Back-to-back nights, but let me tell you this. I'm not going to speak for him because I'm sure he has his opinion, but damn it, at least his teams were in the conversation this long because for years they weren't. So I know that he'll have a lot to say. But let me tell you something. Been a day one supporter of By Stallion Speak Show and has become his own rebel with a cause. Let's bring him on. Been fighting a bunch of people for the last few weeks, but that being said, man, they don't call him cold as rock and strong as ice as anything. The one, the only, Rocky's in the building!
Gentlemen.
Good Rock, what's up?
What is up, brother?
The Rock is reeling, man. Reeling.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Two quarterbacks, two throws that will live in infamy the wrong way, unfortunately, at the pro and the collegiate level. I can't look anywhere without seeing not one, but both of them all over the place. Whenever I go on social media, they're both there. Despite what Caleb Williams did to get us to that point with the miracle to Cole Kmet in the corner, it just couldn't pull it out in the end. And then, we all saw what happened on Monday night, and it is a double whammy on me, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah. But glad to be here as always. Thank you very much, Stallion, for letting me join you guys.
Oh, brother, you're always welcome.
Wednesday, and I'm going to try to struggle through this, guys. But it's like a quadruple hangover. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
That's what I'm feeling too, man. I feel you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a Titans fan, so I've been hungry.
Oh, you and me both. I mean, the Titans we didn't even open the door for the teams that were going to the playoffs. Are you kidding me? So shit. But listen, we'll get it started right away. It's not the score that I would have loved to have had up here to be celebrating tonight, but it's all good. The storylines at the bottom, if there's anything else that I may have missed, obviously it was an electric crowd. It was more Indiana there than Miami, but when you've got these corporate sponsors and you got Mark Cuban's money that he probably was selling those tickets just to get anybody's ass there because there was no skin off his back to win. That's what the Shark does in the Shark Tank. But it was an electric crowd, 67,000. Couldn't have asked for more perfect weather. And Fernando goes back to Miami and steals one from the team that was his childhood team. And look, I think it worked out for everybody, at least for him. Miami got to the game with their guy that they picked. Beck, I mean, I still rolled with him. I got so much criticism and said, "Oh, what do you think about Carson Beck?" I said, "Listen, man, Carson Beck is a Miami quarterback.
He's banging a bell of danger. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Come on, please. What are you doing?
Exactly.
And the guy drives a Lamborghini.
She was all over television. My God,
she didn't like it. Apparently, she didn't like it. I liked her being on there. She can be on my TV any day. But that being and other things.
She's on my phone, right?
Yeah, exactly. She is. Yeah, she's on social media. Yeah, she's on. Yeah.
We're not in that game, Stallion, without Carson Beck at Q.
We are not. No, I mean, listen. The metamorphosis that guy took from the SMU game on, and here's the thing. I mean, what if he throws that ball just a little bit further? We're talking about Miami stealing one at the end potential.
Mm-hmm.
There might be 35 seconds. Indiana would have been left with no timeouts. Miami had no timeouts. And, granted, they could probably maybe get down there and set up a kick with the 30 seconds, depending on what Miami's defense was. But we're talking about a whole different thing here. But the fact is, we got a classic game that went down to the wire. Okay. Yep. And here's the other thing of it too. And you guys can go, I'll let Shane go, then Kerry, then Rocky, just to talk about your thoughts about the game. But more than anything, I do want to bring up the following topics. One, obviously, Indiana becomes the first team to go 16-0. And no matter, anybody can criticize the path that they went on, or anybody can speak about what they did or didn't do, they are crowned as national champions. Where does Miami go from here? Miami's losing a lot. Some to the portal that maybe didn't contribute, that maybe we thought might contribute, just didn't live up to the recruiting rankings. And they've lost some guys to the NFL as expected. But it's looking like they're going to bring in some solid guys. So where does their program go from here? Before we tackle these issues, I got one more guy that's going to come on tonight, and this is a great surprise to have him come on. He's always welcome. So I want everybody, and Chatbox, I'll catch you up here very shortly. I want everybody to get hype and give this man his due, because let me just tell you this. He is my brother, and he has suffered with me, and it's just so great to see him on here tonight, and I know he's got a lot to say about everything. So the one, the only, my favorite Cajun next to Rocky is, of course, Larry Frank Jr. is in the house.
There he is.
What's up, Larry Frank? What's up, man?
What's up, brothers? What's happening? What's going on?
Oh, man. What's up, my brother?
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, we can tackle this game, obviously. Shane, what stood out to you first and foremost about the game? Was it about the score that you thought it would be? Did it play out the way that you thought? What surprised you the most about this game?
It played out the way I thought it would. I knew it was going to be a slugfest with a defensive-offensive challenge the whole time. What threw me was Carson not seeing that corner bite. I mean, obviously I think that the corner was going to play the flats, play more like a Tampa defense right there in the safety, because it was there. Like I looked, I was like, oh shit, it's there. I saw the corner drift. I was like, oh fuck. Yep. But that game played out the way I expected it to. I truly did think Miami was going to pull it out. I thought it was going to be a close game. For me, not to be invested in either team, it was probably one of the best national championship games I've ever watched.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard from the consensus.
Because I was invested in the game because normally there's a team I fucking hate or a team I love. And ain't been a team I love since '98. So it's been a lot of teams I hate. But this game, I'll take it back. This ranks up there. I'll give this the number 2 spot of best national championship games outside Texas USC 2006.
Yeah, that Rose Bowl. Yeah, Vince Young versus Lions.
That's hands down the greatest football game I've ever watched.
Yeah.
In my life, but this one had me glued just as much.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, teams play great. Offensively, they both play great. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better game. And Indiana's proved if you develop players, if you look at their roster, they got fucking like 55 3-star players, but they developed them.
Mm-hmm.
Miami is back, which makes football better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for next year. Miami should be ranked close to the top. Indiana's going to be close there also. But Miami is a better destination. You have a better result of becoming a pro player there. And Miami is going to be a team to deal with for the next at least 5-6 years.
Well, that's kind of shocking to hear Gerard Pringles now is at the portal. Damn. So,
wow.
Okay. I guess Jordan Lyle's staying or no? Or what at this point? So, I mean, shoot.
Lyle's there as far as I know.
Yeah.
Also, how if the portal closed on Friday?
Oh, and it got extended just because of the 5 days for the 2 teams.
5 days because of the 2 teams.
5 days from when your season ends.
Yeah. And this allowed the 1,000 people that were still in there, if they were worth a damn and they hadn't made a decision, that they could maybe go to one of these 2 schools.
Yeah,
if they hadn't been talking.
Tennessee has a Mendoza they get to go up against next year.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that young stud freshman running back Javon Mallory is going to be really good. So yeah, like you said. So yeah. And also, Miami's losing some coaches. Cody Wardell is going to be taking the same position at Ole Miss. To be fair, I'm not really sad about him. I know he was a great recruiter, but I felt that our tight ends have actually in the last couple of years. To be honest, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So, but that's just me.
I'm actually surprised that Tennessee pulled the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
And they had a deal in place since the 13th.
Yeah.
So that tells me, like, okay, when you look at recruiting stars and all that shit, if you can pull a guy who can turn a whole bunch of 3-star players into national champions, dude might know what he's doing. Because let's go back to last year in the playoffs, and Tennessee is at Ohio State. I'm 41 years old, and I'm in better shape than those motherfuckers look.
Yeah, they didn't look good. No,
they didn't look good at all.
No, they didn't look prepared or game ready.
Let's go back to the the 90s. Man, you know those dudes have to be on steroids. But
Chris Kane in the building.
Those dudes were massive. And I look at these dudes, like, you look like a 42-year-old father of 3, divorced 2 times, paying alimony on the sideline. Like, I'm going to work out my shirt off in room 1. No, man. Put the sweats on. Put the sweats on. You look worse than me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Kerry, what did you think about the game as I go around the horn? No pun intended. So, yeah.
Tell you what, that was I'm a college football fan, and for me being a fan, that was one of the best games I've ever seen. It was a lot of fun to watch both teams just battle each other. One makes a move, the other makes a move. I thought Indiana went out there and won the game, and Miami was doing the same thing. I can't fault Carson for that last pass, although I was surprised that they went for the end zone as early. He went deep as early as I thought he would. I would have waited, but that's me. But I just thought the game and the 4th down calls that Signetti made, especially the touchdown that Mendoza scored.
Yeah.
That was a human effort because, I mean, he had no blocking whatsoever, and I didn't think he would make it. I thought he would get hit at the 5. He did get hit at the 5, and then airplaned himself in the end zone like my guy Josh Allen. The only 2 guys I would ever see that would make that move, and Josh Allen's one of them, and I just saw that flash of Josh Allen when he flashed across that goal line. I'm like, holy crap. But that was a fantastic ball game.
You know, Kerry, before I turn it over to Rocky, I do want to say I'll give credit where credit's due. Not that Miami didn't have any guys not give it their all, but you just talk about let that be a lesson to any kid that, if you wanted a championship that much, that's the type of plays you got to make to win a big game. Honestly, no pun intended. I mean, it's just one of those things where you do sell out because there is no tomorrow. This is the game. And, you talk about, oh, was I a yard short? I mean, listen, football championship games are every play matters. Every
Yep,
play matters. And
every
you can
play
go
matters.
back through it a million times, but it's how it's done that one time. We don't get a redo. But Rocky, what's your thoughts on the game? I mean, I know it was painful for us being Canes fans. What was your perspective of how that game played out and so forth? More than
Yeah, I gotta disagree with Shano a bit. I didn't think it went the way I thought it was gonna go. I thought they stunned us a little bit in the first half with their interior defensive line play. We weren't really able to get into our style of play early, and I think that hurt us. I think we abandoned the run too fast. I said it during the game. There was a drive coming back where Shannon Dawson on one drive had 3 straight throws. I ain't never seen Miami had 3 straight throws all year long, not one time.
Yeah,
I thought we were in our head a little bit in the first half, and in the second half we kind of settled down and started to play our ball. But by that time, it was a little bit we were behind, and we were always trying to catch up. Too many mistakes. I'm going to say this. I think we beat ourselves. The touchdown that they got in the first half was off of Baines' 5-yard offside penalty that gave him a first down. There was another penalty on that drive that got him down the field.
It was a pass interference on
OJ.
who was it? OJ. Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
That got him down the field. There was the missed field goal. That was a missed opportunity. Special teams killed us. Whoever number 87 is should never be allowed on the.
Bowman. He was fucking terrible.
Don't say his name. Don't say his name. His name is not worth saying.
that block should have never happened.
Yeah.
If you had it, they had it schemed right. That block should have never happened.
Yeah. No, I mean, all he's got to do is block them. And, there was some point made today about, the punter overran his blocking. Well, that's a bunch of bull because I don't care where your punter is. Your job is to not let anybody get around that hemisphere right there. Yeah. That circle right there with the punter. And he just said it read a whiff. I mean, there's all of that. I thought we found our footing in the second half. We finally started to make some runs. Fletcher ran off that big run when we did go outside zone.
Yep.
Which
they
we
didn't
did
do that enough.
Much.
They didn't do it enough.
And it was there in the first half. Sorry to cut you off, Rocky. He was there on that right side. We said
we didn't do it.
We said to go on that right side behind Malinois and Coop. But go ahead. Yeah. So.
But even the defense in the first half playing 50 miles off their receivers. I knew Mendoza was a one read and throw guy, and he took it. He took the easy access throws, in the first half before we made the adjustment in the second half to play up on them, and that took it away. And even a point in the second half, we were actually baiting them. Our corners were playing back, but they were baiting that short throw. We jumped a couple of routes in the second half late, but it was for your college football fan, it was a great game to watch. It was a great national championship game. I'm a Cane, so I'm still hurting. I don't blame Carson Beck. I know there was a lot of heat on him on that last one, but that last throw was shades of Louisville. That's what I said today, because in the Louisville game, he got greedy on that one.
It was in the same stadium too. That's the sad part about it. It was at home.
I am one of the guys that's not buying the company line from Mario Cristobal, Shannon Dawson, and Keelan Marion that either I was supposed to go back and get the ball, or it was a good throw and bad ball placement, or Mario Cristobal said it was the right play call and the right thing to do.
I don't believe any of it.
I think Carson made the decision. Pre-snap, he got greedy, made the throw, and it was a horrible throw. You got to throw that ball on the outside shoulder. Either your guy gets it or nobody gets it.
Exactly.
And that's what you got to do. And
I'm surprised he didn't overthrow it. I would have overthrown it before anybody else would have got it.
And it was underthrown badly.
By about 5 to 7 yards.
So, but all in all, Stallion guys, all in all, a great season. To go runner up. There was somebody on the message board today, guys, saying, aren't you guys going to throw a victory parade for being the runner-up? I'm like, no, we don't celebrate participation trophies.
Exactly. Nobody celebrates participation.
Number two, we don't do that down here. But hats off to Indiana. They were a really good team, really efficient team. Signetti in that fourth down Mendoza call with the quarterback draw was balls of steel. It was. I think it was. They just made the plays that they needed to. That damn back shoulder throw, I cursed that damn thing in the second half, which Charlie Becker knew that was coming, couldn't defend it.
And we knew he would be a problem. We even said he was the guy that scared us the most of being a problem. So, because we didn't know if we had somebody to match up with him, unfortunately.
Rock, I'm surprised like you that they didn't run more outside zone because it was there all night.
Yeah,
I really thought the zone read on the outside was there all night.
Throw though, like that was the Achilles heel. Like,
That's deadly. That is deadly. That back shoulder throw that Mendoza has, man. And you said about Charlie Baker, you guys had reason to worry about him, and whenever his name was called, he delivered.
Yeah. Well, I do want to do this real quick, guys. Sorry to cut you off real quick. I got one more that wants to come on here that can't be on too long. I'm going to bring him on. But Larry, you have the floor because you've waited patiently this long, brother. But first, let's welcome him on. Of course, he's the OG that started this with me. So give him the respect he deserves. The one, the only, two-pair Tate is in the house, baby. What is up?
My brother of 30 years.
What's up, BT?
What's up?
Fair.
Man, I was in Atlanta, fellas, watching this at a music conference, and
really,
it's one of the tougher games I've had to watch where I'm pulling for the Canes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Vol fan and a Seminole fan, but I've said that Indiana was for real. Nobody wanted to believe it.
Yeah.
I said this earlier in the year. I said
you did. You called it.
Yeah, we were talking about it after the first Oregon game. Actually, that's when we first started talking about them. So that's when they got my attention. So
yeah.
But Larry, you waited patiently, and then I'll give two-pair the floor. What were your thoughts, brother? I know that you've had a lot going on this week. I'm just glad to have you on, and we've missed you. But what's your thoughts, brother? Honestly, on this painful loss for the Canes.
First and foremost, I guess I'm going to be the one to stand out different. Indiana ain't shit. And I'm not saying that because I'm mad. I'm not saying
I love
that.
it.
Man, get on the respect
Hey, two-pair. Let me tell you something, bro. We don't block. We don't block puck. We don't miss a field goal. We don't make those penalties. We win that damn game.
I am not saying Indiana ain't shit because I'm mad or I'm salty. I'm saying Indiana ain't shit because they ain't shit. At the end of the day, coaching cost us that game. Mistakes cost us that game. Lack of preparation cost us that game. Lack of awareness cost us that game. I mean, gee whiz. First play out the gate, Fletcher runs a gap for 9 yards. Indiana with them little undersized, Timu-sized linebackers. They go in there, they plug the gaps, and then they don't run no more.
They ran away from running the ball.
Exactly.
Miami, this is – go ahead, my fault.
No, you good. That's part one of why Indiana ain't shit. Mendoza ain't shit. He went for 186 yards, no touchdowns. He's overrated. Mendoza ain't nothing but a prepubescent Aaron Rodgers in training. That's all he is. He ain't shit. At the end of the day, the back shoulder throw. Let me tell you something.
Let it out, brother. Let it out.
You gave them 7 to 8 yards in the soft zone.
Hurt people.
You gave them all of this real estate to throw the fucking ball. You gave them all of this real estate. You gave them free yards. And at the end of the day, what do you expect? You're blitzing, and while you're blitzing, you got all of this space for them to be able to get the passes completed. You're giving it to them. And at the end of the day, I said it. If anybody saw the Utah thing that we put up, that I had Devin put up, my pregame, because I couldn't be on to do a live show, I said, do not play as much zone, play more man and press them. When they finally decided to press them in the third quarter, what happened? 3 and out and a sack. So at the end of the day, Indiana ain't shit. When it comes down to it, damn punt return, guess what? Bowman, you ain't shit. Because at the end of the day, if you know it's a rugby style punt and he's going to take those extra steps to the right, why are you not sealing off the edge? And you're going to get up there, you're going to come out your stance and hold your arm up like this and just let him go through. You didn't even look behind you. You ain't shit.
I said it last week. Tackling in space.
Yeah.
You
did.
5 yard
You
line.
did.
Get 5 more fucking yards.
Hey, let me just tell you this, Trooper. Before I get your thoughts on the game, Larry, I had a question for you, because this is what I've asked everybody that knows ball. Because I don't have conversations with nobody that doesn't know ball. I'm sorry, I just don't. But we all played ball. We all know ball. So here's the truth of it. What I wanted to ask you: how big of a loss was not having Xavier Lucas that first half? Because I noticed right away in the third quarter, the defense just looked different with him out there locking down, and then Frederic could kind of move over to the other guy that was on the other side, Cooper, not Becker, but Cooper. But my question, I guess, is: do you feel that because of that, that's why they pressed? And then the other side of it is, I am surprised by the game plan, because knowing if you couldn't play man and you were going to be without one of your stud defensive guys, why didn't you control the clock more and run the ball rather than give them the time of possession? You had been the team that had controlled the clock all 3 games up to this point, and you weren't that team this time because you didn't choose to run the ball. Go ahead, Larry. Then I'll give you credit for it.
Why do you play zone on defense?
Because you don't have shit on defense to defend it, or you're afraid of them more than anything.
Now, with
Keep it in
that
front
being
of you.
said, does anybody on this panel think that Miami's DBs are not as athletic or better or can contend with Indiana's wide receivers?
Oh, they're better.
This is not Jeremiah Smith.
They should have been in man-to-man.
From the jump, they should have been in man. Yes, thank you.
I was so surprised that they weren't zone. I was shocked.
It was everything that they were doing pre-snap. If we look back at the tape, look at what everything has been done pre-snap on a lot of the stuff that they were finding just little lapses in the coverages. They should have went more to man than zone, because those zones allow those little pockets of space for the wide receivers to make the plays.
Yes.
In Miami, why do you go away from what got you there?
Yeah,
I would have ran that right side. That right side behind.
You're wanting. This is what kills me. If you go back to the final play, you're asking the quarterback to make that throw with double coverage. The safety is shadowing the cornerback.
No, he thought the corner was going to.
He thought wrong.
He thought
wrong.
I don't buy any of it. I don't buy any of it. Two Parasino. I don't buy it. I don't buy any of that.
But you don't make
He
that
got
throw.
greedy. He got greedy.
Well, and then if you look at it, Malachi was coming across
on the line.
What you do in that route is you fake the fucking deep post and you turn it into a corner route.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is give a head fucking nod.
Or either this with the time. You're not going for the big bang already. There's so much time.
That's why
40,
he got greedy. That
44
seconds
hella
greedy.
44 seconds left.
But now
I'm
gonna say this though.
I do a bench route. I stack that side. I fucking do my slot runs the corner, and my wide out runs the fucking out. And I fucking nail somebody right there on the fucking side.
But given go ahead. But given the time, and we've all been there. We've all seen it. Given the time allotted, what you need to do is chew us up a much of that clock to where you don't even give them a chance or make the turnover. Because now
you nickel and dime it the whole way down.
I totally understand how Georgia fans feel about Carson Beck when it comes to clutch time. And in clutch time,
all his
when it's a
losses
three-
happened on that
when it's
last
a
play.
three-
Keep
His
going.
loss has
Yeah.
been clutch for the other team because every time he throws a ball at the end of the game, it results in a victory. All 3 losses, an interception was thrown on the last play of the last drive.
SMU.
Isn't that crazy?
Two pair.
I'm going to help.
We could be
I'm
worse
going-
than 16-0.
Yeah, you could be 16-0 easily.
And listen, the beginning of the game, the reason why they got away from what they were, they tried to get cute.
Yeah,
They
you
did.
can't get cute.
They tried.
That's not the Miami.
They tricked themselves.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that?
That's coaching.
Coaching.
That's coaching.
Coaching.
That's that damn coffee drinking motherfucker head coach that we got. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, on the same drive before halftime, you're aggressive enough to go up for it on 4th down, but then you get out, you go out like a punk, and you go back to that clock management bullshit with a damn kicker that couldn't kick. I mean, this fool couldn't kick if you gave him 3 legs.
You gave and that's what I was saying.
He was terrible in the playoffs.
How many crossbars is he going to hit during this playoff? How many crossbars did he hit? About
he can go kick rocks. He can go kick rocks.
Gary, he hit more crossbars than he made field goals.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
But
the boy is trash.
all I'm saying is you don't go away from what got you.
Correct.
And they did.
You stay with.
And they did.
If you're gonna beat them up front, you're gonna beat them up front running the football with Fletcher. Brown, get the ball to Brown. Brown should have got more touches. Tony should have got more touches. You have these guys there, right? And you're playing for the national championship. And then it didn't even feel like a home game for Miami.
Well,
no, it didn't.
It didn't feel like a home game. It didn't feel like they even were playing in Miami.
Go ahead, Larry. Let
me go back to something because Two-Pair just highlighted a very important point. Damn, he stole my thunder, but I'm glad he said it because that was going to be my next point. And I know, Rocky, we had a discussion in our group about Dawson, and I know you feel like Dawson should stay. I know how you feel about Dawson. Part of my problem with Dawson, Two-Pair just highlighted, is not only his play calling being inconsistent, but personnel. If Mark Fletcher can run zone and you see that weakness to the right side and he can do it, because Fletcher is more of the Derrick Henry type of running back. He's more of the A-gap running back.
Yes.
Your home run hitter is Marty Brown. Can you imagine if he would have had the presence of mind to, 1, identify the weakness in the run defense, and 2, put the right person? Fletcher was doing it. You know Marty Brown could have.
Yes.
Can I throw something real quick? Can I throw something real quick? I want to throw something. Yeah, real quick, Larry, to highlight off that. What else did I say in our chat when the 3 of us were talking during the game? I said, why is it that Miami is going back to the problem that I highlighted during the regular season where you're not identifying the personnel? Case in point, when they got the sack on Carson Beck on a decent drive, why is Fletcher in there as the 3rd down back when in reality, when you were going to pass it, Brown had been your passing back all year, blocking. And then on a 3rd and 2, they get stymied by running Brown on the 3rd down instead of Fletcher up the middle. Your big power back.
That's not
personnel.
Brown's
That's
game.
stupid.
That's personnel, and that goes back to me with Dawson.
That was my
problem. I think I agree with what Rocky said in our group chat that yes, if we can get Mensah, Dawson's play calling could work. But the thing about it, what people don't realize and people seem to forget, when we had Cam Ward said, Dawson, kiss my ass. If I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to call my own number. And that's how shit worked last year. What you saw this year,
I'll say this,
was the reincarnation of TVD.
If those guys would have had Cam Ward instead of Carson Beck,
yeah.
But I'm just, I know that
you'd have been
16-0. And if was a bottle of fifth, we'd all be drunk. But if you just don't, it's a 6-point ball game. You don't need that huge home run. You can work it down
the sideline.
Get that touchdown.
When he let that ball go from the 41 to 46, when he let that ball go, I said, "Oh shit!"
He knew
as soon as the ball left his hands,
and then on top of that, go back and watch it. I've watched that play over and over again because I was too emotional. I was emotional looking at it. I couldn't look at it again when it happened. I had to wait an extra day. I started watching it again today. The corner actually came up. The safety He could have just threw it to the back corner towards the end zone. You either throw it out or Marion could chase it down because Marion at full speed would have had the safety beat.
But we're not even quarterbacks. We're not even quarterbacks, and we know you throw or throw it to live to fight another day. It wasn't like it was fourth down.
It wasn't fourth. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
the deep post, and he goes into a corner route.
Check his bank account. Check his bank account. Check his bank account and check Bowman's bank account.
Boy shaped like a motherfucker.
But I'm gonna say this. What Indiana was able to do with that the lineup that they had, if you look at the guys, it ain't about the 3 and 4 stars. It's about coaching, preparation, and mentally being prepared.
It's about what Vegas has planned.
Well, can I say this? Can I throw this out there too? I think everybody's brought up some fantastic points, and this is why we're having the discussion. Chat box, keep doing your thing. I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
It is going crazy, and I love it. I hate that we weren't on the win, but here's the thing. What I also wanted to bring up was this. People talking about the special teams. I'll give you another play that might have been completely insignificant, okay? Here Miami got to the 45-yard line, punts it down there, gets Indiana 3 and out, gets the ball potentially at the 45-yard line, only for somebody to do an unexplainable, unnecessary hold in number 22 in Pruitt. And where does Miami start the ball as opposed to starting right back at the 45 on the second drive? They go all the way back to the 23-yard line, and then Dawson decides to throw it 2 out of 3 times. And like Rocky said, on the next series, throws it 3 times. So Mark Fletcher or any of your running backs technically doesn't touch the ball again until the second freaking quarter. What in the world are we talking about?
I really thought that first quarter was really indicative of how it was going to be, because you're not doing what got you to the national title game.
Correct.
You're playing. Why would you have to do anything different than what you've been winning? Like how you've been winning. And the thing was, I started saying that first quarter is what, 10-0?
Yeah, it was 10-0 first half, actually. Yeah, so nobody scored after that.
Yeah, exactly. So because Miami doesn't score in the first half, you get away from running the football, and it just felt like.
And we gave them 7 points on that damn drive where they got their touchdown.
Exactly.
Can I ask you guys something?
It felt like it was a different team.
Can I ask you guys something? Okay, look, I know that we were getting desperate there, especially with the fact that, Mario, I guess, felt the need that he needed to take the points. But let me just give you guys a hint, okay? It's 4th and 2, and you're on the 32-yard line with about I think that there was like 24 seconds left there was 24 seconds left in the second quarter, and it was 4th and 2 on the 32. My question to you guys is, I know you want the points, but do you not trust your offense enough that can get you that 2 yards to maybe get it closer? I mean, you could always spike the ball and get closer and pick up the first down. Because here's the thing, missing the field goal actually gave Mendoza 18 seconds and a timeout to work with, and they almost could have gotten another field goal that really would have put it 13-0. But luckily you ran out of, he overthrew it in the end zone when they took their shot right before halftime. But why wouldn't you guys go for it on 4th and 2 when you're at least down there? Go ahead.
It was conservative. They got spooked.
Yeah,
they got spooked.
Yeah, and a kicker that had been shaky, like you guys said.
The moment, let's see, I'm gonna just call it what it is as a Canes fan, because I can see it. Some Canes fans may agree. A lot of them won't.
Mm-hmm.
The moment was too big for Mario.
I was just about to say that.
You might have to say that. You might have said that for the guys in the back that didn't hear you. You might.
They'll hear me, two pair, but they ain't gonna want to listen to me because
LFJ. I said that last night on another program. I said the same thing. I got blasted for it.
But it's the truth.
I thought maybe the moment in the first half was a little bit big for him.
It was too big. Because think about this. I'm starting to wonder if that national championship was at another site. Mario may have coached differently. I think the pressures of being in Miami,
I think so too.
Being at home,
Do you think
I think they took shit for granted.
Do you feel like he was trying to appease people while he was coaching?
No, two pair. I just think he was a little bit more relaxed, and I think he was in the moment, and I think the comfort of the game being in the home stadium at the Rock, I think all of that factored into it. Because
I'll throw out something too. Kerry, I'm going to give you the floor. Kerry, I'm going to give you the floor.
What about being a Saban disciple?
Yeah. Well, here, how about this? Exactly, Shane. Kerry, I'm going to give you the floor. I have a question. I have a thought just on that as well. You brought it up on another show last night, Rocky. And Kerry, I want your point next. So keep your train of thought.
You got it.
The fact is, you thought your big offensive line could bully them, and when they didn't get it, you got impatient and you played stupid. You were thinking you could just outpower them and outweigh them, but you didn't even do that game plan correctly. I mean, for the most part, except for that last drive and that one sack, Carson had a clean pocket for most of the game. Go ahead, Kerry, with your thoughts, though.
I agree with Larry because I believe the moment may have been too big for Mario, and I think that was Cignetti's secret sauce.
Yeah.
Cignetti coached.
I was afraid of that.
Had nothing to lose. He coached like he had nothing to lose.
Right.
Yeah. He had nothing to lose.
He had nothing to lose. If he loses this game, hey, we're 15-1. Indiana's a great story.
Yeah.
They came up short.
They've had the best
he
season
wins,
even before that.
he gets all the bonuses and everything else to wrap. Cignetti, if this game was not in Miami, Mario probably coaches differently because he coached differently in the Cotton Bowl. He coached differently in the Fiesta Bowl. He coached differently at Texas A&M. This was a complete different game, him calling a game, than any of those three places. Cignetti, balls to the wall. Yep. He knew he may not have had he did not have the more talented team, but he was the better coach because he had nothing to lose that night.
This is a great point by Justin, and congrats on your team winning. Cristobal played not to lose instead of playing to win. That was the difference. I'm telling you this. Listen, when they called timeout, I said to you guys, I said, they're going for it. I mean, he can't take the field goal now because here's the deal. If he takes the field goal there, Miami's going to go down there and score. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And then they're down. But no, he said, fuck you, I'm going 10 points. So I'm keeping that 10 point.
Championship, and guess what? Rocky,
that cushion.
Stallion, my favorite movie, y'all favorite movie is Rocky. That's my favorite movie series. I go back to Rocky 3 when Apollo Creed was training him, and what did he say? There is no tomorrow. So guess what? Mario, why are you being conservative? Why are you being all apprehensive in this game at this moment on the same drive?
And let it all hang out.
Aggressive enough to go for it on 4th down, but then on the same drive, you're conservative enough. You played and I felt like this when Mario did that. That's when Cignetti knew I got him.
Yep,
I got him right where I want.
Exactly.
And I tried to argue LFJ all week long, and I got blasted for it. That there was more pressure on Miami than what there was in the game in Indiana.
There was.
Everybody that said the 10 seed, Miami shouldn't have been there, that. No. Hold on. Miami's got the history. Miami's in Miami. You've got an alumnus playing, coaching for the school that won as a player. He's trying to become. Man, you had
a lot of gold jackets on that sideline too. A lot of gold jackets.
What about all those gold jackets? What about the entertainers?
Rocky, you said that last week too, and I agree with you there.
I mean, it like it was too much pressure. Do y'all feel like it was too much pressure?
I do. I think that there was pressure too, Pair, but I'm also going to throw this out there. I highlighted this on Stallion Speaks, and Justin Smith and everybody there that saw what I said was one of the biggest keys to the game. I said, you can't wait till halftime to make adjustments. You've got to make them in game because if your shit's not working, you need to do something else. But you got to be patient and make that. Dawson didn't do that. Dawson got impatient and didn't trust the run game more.
And two pair to add salt to the wound with what you just said. By the point in the second half where they did make some adjustments and they came out and kind of settled in and looked like Miami, but too late.
Yep.
You saw the team that if they didn't play a complete game, right?
And all three phases.
Because like you said, look,
hurts. Yeah.
Yes, they were timid in the first half. Even there was the announcer said Corey Heatherman in the locker room said, "What's the matter with you? I don't recognize the defense." They were missing tackles on defense at some parts.
He can't say nothing because at the end of the day, he should have been prepared better for that back shoulder throw. He should have been prepared better. The doggone, they literally took Miami's blueprint of running the football and used Miami's game against them.
Yep. That's right.
Heatherman can't say nothing.
And it worked. And it worked.
At the same time, guess what, Heatherman? You get blamed too because you're the one that let them stay in that damn soft zone and didn't make adjustments until the second half.
Can I say this also? This was a great comment by Anthony. I'm going to highlight this one. Being that Indiana was a lot fresher because of how badly they blew out their teams, do you think the tougher road for Miami caught up to them in the national title game?
No. They outplayed.
No, that's a great question, though.
That is a great question, but I'm going to say no.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say no because Miami was conditioned. You look at their conditioning. You look at battle tested. They were ready. They should have been ready to play for this game.
Correct.
This is in their home stadium. You got to come out with juice, man.
I mean, you've waited 23 years for this moment. You've waited. Yes, go ahead.
Michael Irvin looked more fired up at the coin toss than
Michael Irvin.
They did.
That bothered me from the minute go. Michael Irvin was more jacked up at the coin toss, and they're all standing there like this, like tight. You could tell that they were
the first half they played
the body language of both sides.
Body language.
Yes. And I'll say this much:
had more powder than Johnson and Johnson.
You know what? Can I throw this out there? Can I throw this out there though? I'm going to give credit to Cincinnati about something, okay? Because I was watching him. He worked the officials correctly, okay? Yep. Here's number one, okay? And I'm not going to even bring up the refs because they let them play. Whatever, fuck that. I'm talking about what was going on in this game. Number one, Cincinnati's body language the entire game. When Indiana went up 10-0 or was up, even when they responded after the Fletcher run. Do you want to know something? Everybody on Indiana's sideline, their guys were into it. They were cheering. I never saw that same excitement on Miami's sideline when we scored. It was almost like a breath of sigh of relief. But you want to know the one person that wasn't celebrating after every Indiana's touchdown? It was Cincinnati. Yep. He was cool. He was calm as a cucumber. And here's where I want to highlight that. Because he knew Miami can still come back. Guys, calm yourselves down. And here's the other thing. Indiana made some uncharacteristic penalties as well that they hadn't done, and we didn't take advantage of them. Number two, that I also want to bring up, because I think this is one of the most important parts of the aspects. As much was talked about Fletcher, and they were talking about Roman Hemby. Hemby didn't even have the game that I thought he was. No offense. It was Keon Black that was supposed to be the lightning, but that son of a bitch ran like it was thunder. Like he
ran hard.
And he was breaking tackles.
Those backs ran hard.
God. So, Indiana finished tackles. Miami's was missing tackles. Go ahead, Two-Bear.
Number 4 for Indiana. What's his name? Aiden. On the tip of my tongue.
Aiden Hutchison, the linebacker, or not Hutchison. I'm sorry, it's Aiden something. Maybe Justin Smith can tell us who it was because he's in the chat, being an Indiana fan.
So. He's number 4 on their defense.
You talking about the defense?
Yeah,
he was a linebacker.
You're not talking about D'Angelo Pons.
Huh? Oh, Pons, the DB. No. Okay.
Number 4 that made the sack on Beck.
I don't know that either.
He was a linebacker. I know he's a linebacker for them. Yes, he made the sack. I know who you're talking about.
Aiden Fisher.
Aiden Fisher. Thank you, Chad.
The move that he put on
Fletcher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that was a hell of a move to get to the quarterback.
And again, you had the wrong running back blocking.
You had the wrong.
Fletcher's not the guy. It's always been Brown on third down.
It was a lot of things in that game that telltale signs because. Being the home team, you didn't feel like they ever had the home field advantage.
They didn't, yeah. Jay Smith, being a Bama fan, I want to highlight that for you. The reason behind that was that Beck apparently, before the game-winning drive against Ole Miss the week before, he had gone to Ray Lewis, and Ray Lewis said, go out there and win it. And that's what Beck did. So Beck was superstitious and did the same thing. Yep. And that's why he went over to Ray Lewis, just to give you a little bit of a background of what happened there and so forth. Justin writes, Miami brought the smoke in the second half. Sig gambled on 4th down twice to go for the sin, and he was rewarded. That's what happens. You've got to take chances because, like what Larry said in the Rocky movies, there is no tomorrow. Yep. There isn't. This was that opportunity.
And
So,
Cignetti said in the press conference, he told his team one thing. He said, we play 64 minutes. If you take 1 minute off, you're losing this game. It's that. He said they're too good. They got great athletes, great football players. You take 1 minute off, you're losing. The Indiana never lost their focus. They made, like I said, they were not the more talented team, but they played like they were the better team. And
no, exactly. Miami's the more talent. Like the dudes on Miami, there's a bunch of studs that are gonna be playing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's studs. When you look at Indiana, they just had a good collection of older guys that played together and had one goal.
And didn't make mistakes. I mean, I
Exactly.
couldn't believe that Hemby and Black in their entire careers, wherever they played, never fumbled the ball. And they held on to it. And I was just like,
That's
damn,
impressive.
man,
That's
is impressive. And then Miami didn't get the opportunistic. And here's one thing, though. I will say this.
It wasn't
We
us
lost
not
an
trying,
interception.
Stallion, because we
they tried.
We tried.
Believe me, they
And
tried.
I'll say this. We dropped another interception, Larry. We dropped one that they
that
got
was a
still
pick
a
six.
field goal.
Yep,
They still
that was
got a
a pick.
field goal. There was a pick six that was missed, but in the end zone on that back shoulder throw, OJ was right there to intercept it. It bounced off of it, and Indiana still got 3 points. If that right there, you stymie them, and you're first down, first and 10 at the 20, and they don't get 3 points there, the momentum shifts right there. But instead, you dropped another. That's 5 picks that you missed in the last 2 games. Go ahead, Larry. You had your Rocky. You had your hand up. So yeah.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
I just want to be the sacrificial lamb real quick, and I'll let Larry Tuper take it. I want to take up for Ethan O'Connor real quick. I don't think he played as bad as a game as what people think they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got hit by those 2 passes to Charlie Becker on those stupid ass freaking back shoulder throws. But I don't think he had as bad a game. I think he played a better game than what people say. All people remember is those two throws.
Anthony, you're not making excuses. You're just bringing up things that have been talked about since the damn game was played that night and has been talked about on every show since. And we're talking about it now, brother. Don't apologize for that. Those are good questions. So you asked and we're answering. Let me see here. The other thing too is I'll say this. Here's another thing I'm gonna throw out there, guys. You know what I'm sick and tired of? I'm sick and tired of Miami guys. I know you can't get them all, but my God, I have never seen guys that were from Miami that get passed up by Miami, go to another team, come back and beat us. And they're it's Concepcion back at NC State. It's the kid from Syracuse. It's this kid, that Fernando Pons had an amazing game, and then. Louisville's guys. My thing that just blew my mind is that Sharp is the nephew of Glenn Sharp, who got called the pass interference. And I go, are you kidding me right now? He's the one that intercepted it.
Stallion. I'm sorry, LFJ. I'm gonna send you a list, Stallion, of all the places that Mario has hit today and yesterday. I'm gonna send you, and trust me, it's all of South Florida. It ain't India. It ain't Oregon. It ain't Oklahoma. It ain't Indiana. It ain't Louisiana. It's all South Florida. But go ahead, Tuper. LFJ.
I would
say this. I know that I've said it on this show, and I don't want this to be like a love fest, but I just really want to take the floor for a second. Mendoza is an elite game manager who's tough.
Yep.
He gonna say everything in the media right. He gonna say he gonna have all the All-American answers. But when it comes to everything before the snap, he's already had a leg up. Just looking at the detail of going through the game, when I started watching it again, some of the stuff in the pre-snap reads when he's coming to the line of scrimmage and he's noticing the plays, and I didn't pick up on it until I'll probably say that Ohio State game, where I told Kerry, I was like, dude, it's something about this dude when he's before pre-snap.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pre-snap, and then everything else. Does he wow you? Not really. Does he have like this incredible cannon of he just makes smart plays. And he's tough. Like, that draw, the way it was set up, they ran that play before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. in the Ohio State game, no
They
less.
ran it all year. They ran it versus Iowa. They ran it versus Penn State.
And when I saw the formation, I said to myself, dude, I've seen this play called at a certain time at the game where they were going to use this again, but never did. And by golly, you use it at the national championship game. I'm going to say, is he overhyped a little bit? He could be. Because I've seen some Heisman Trophy quarterbacks not do it like that on the next level. But what he was able to do with those group of guys in that environment, and it made you feel like they weren't on the road. Like, I've never seen a quarterback that comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like Miami wasn't making him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Hey, two pair. I tell you what, that draw play that he ran, he's ran it all year. But this is the first time that I've seen anybody. Miami had the play covered.
Oh, they did.
Covered. They missed 3 tackles. Tackles. Any one of those tackles should have stopped them. The one at the 8-yard line was the killer.
They had a safety that dropped down late.
Yep. And they had him nailed. When he broke the tackle at the 8, I knew he was going to score because there was going to be no stopping him. The only way he would have was to dive. He's not the fastest, and he doesn't have the strongest arm, but that kid is smart. That kid figured out how to get in that. He wasn't going to be stopped to that end zone.
It pains me.
Go ahead, Larry.
Real quick.
It pains me to say Miami lost that game in Miami because
they did.
It did. I don't even feel right saying it.
Oh, I get it. I
don't. It just shouldn't be said. Like, you're playing in your backyard, nonetheless.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Larry. What were you going to say, though, brother?
I found a crazy stat about Carson Beck.
Oh, love it.
Really?
Carson Beck has only lost 6 games in his career, and 4 of them have been with a game-ending interception.
Wow.
Damn.
3 seconds left. September 28, 2024, Georgia loses to Alabama. And then the 3 this year. The Louisville with 32 seconds left. SMU in overtime. And 44 seconds the other night.
You know the old saying, once is an accident.
37-6.
37-6.
As a starter. And out of the 6 losses, 4 of the losses that he's been a starter of has been on his watch with an interception on the final play of the game. Or
you know what they say?
NFL quarterback? Anybody? All round table. Go. NFL quarterback.
Well, Rocky and Stallion, you want to tell Two Pair what I found and sent y'all before the show came on?
The Steelers won him.
Oh, yeah.
The Steelers won him.
Go ahead.
The Raiders and the Steelers are not going to trade. They're mortal enemies to this very day. They ain't going to trade. Brady's not going to trade that kid. No. Brady was on the sidelines Monday night.
Brady wants
He's not trading that pick. So, that ain't going to happen.
Well,
that's Devin's problem.
I got another observation. Two Pair, as smart as Fernando Mendoza may be, at the next level, I don't see it. I don't see it.
That boy is ass.
If he gets in the right system,
he's gonna end up.
I think location matters, though. Mm-hmm. I think I agree with you. I agree with you on some parts of that, Rocky. I do, but I'm a big firm believer when it comes to quarterbacks. Location matters, no matter what.
That's true.
Because I've seen the best of the best quarterbacks lead in NFL leading interception record that still ain't been broke. I've seen the best of the best do that, but
he's going to the team that is the gift that keeps on giving year round. LFJ,
right?
And Las Vegas Raiders.
And question though, since real quick, not to change the subject, who was the last good quarterback that the Raiders had?
Rich Gannon.
Exactly. Look how long it's been.
It's been 25 years.
25 years since the Super Bowl to the Buccaneers.
What, 2001?
Yeah, 2002, they lost that Super Bowl, but that would have been the 01 season.
Yes, no, take that back. Derek Carr was, he was Pro Bowl worthy. He wasn't all pro.
He just didn't have anybody to block for him.
Rich Gannon was MVP all pro.
Mendoza will get drafted.
Derek Carr was better than Rich.
Yeah. Mendoza will get drafted number 1, but he will not
Hold on,
play
you
right
said
away.
Derek Carr better than Rich Gannon?
No,
Oh, Rich
Derek
Gannon was
Carr-
MVP of the league.
Derek Carr couldn't stay off his back long enough. Being a Raider.
Rich
That's
Gannon was
debatable.
MVP of the league.
But
That's debatable. If you're
but
talking
Mendoza-
about the
Oh, that's hella
mechanics,
debatable.
But the good thing for Mendoza, he may be going to the Raiders, but he's not going to be playing right away. They still got Geno Smith. Let Geno take the hits.
Oh, well,
Let
I mean,
Geno
let him
take
be
the
the
hits.
bridge guy. But
Exactly. Geno's a
but you know how
bridge guy.
bad?
Geno is a bridge guy. Let Geno take the hits.
Raiders' only offensive threat is going to be
Brock Bowers
Brock
and
Bowers.
Genty.
And
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
and wait, who's coaching them now? Because Carroll got
They
fired.
don't have a coach yet.
Nobody.
But I'm hearing some strong things about who could they need a culture build. They need a complete redo. And there's a guy that just got fired that would be perfect for it because he just did the same thing in Buffalo. Sean McDermott would be perfect to rebuild the Raiders.
Well, you want to know how bad? Like I said,
They need a
the
rebuild.
Steelers are looking at Carson back, which already has me.
They're also looking at Ty Simpson, big boy.
Ty Simpson as well, which I'm not crazy about. And I forgot to tell you guys, guess who was in Pittsburgh for an interview today?
Brian Flores.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy. He's from Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh.
I'm good on Mike McCarthy.
You know what?
I mean, Mike McCarthy's got a Super Bowl though. But it's been so long ago.
No,
we gave the Steelers did give that one.
Larry, the guy for you is coaching this weekend. It's Chris Shula. If he falls in that same category, in the middle 30s, young defensive hotshot on the rise, Chris Shula could be your guy.
And somebody, God bless the good Lord, somebody go get Mike Shanahan Jr. from Indiana and bring him to the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's going to.
I'm gonna give credit to Indiana's coaching staff. They had their guys prepared. They made the adjustments. They did what they needed to win. Because here's the thing, guys: it doesn't matter about style points. It's about how you played, and that you won the damn game, and who has the trophy at the end of the day. And there was no controversy. Now I will say this much: I have a question for everybody. Shane, I want you to start and then go around the horn. No pun intended. Where does Miami and Indiana go from here? Is Indiana good enough to repeat next year? Is Miami even back in the playoffs with everybody they've lost to the portal and going to the NFL? And with this Mensa thing kind of up in court right now with Duke or whatever. What's going on? So
my personal opinion, Miami goes 5-6 next year, and Miami stays within the top 10.
Okay.
This is what
they play 12 games in the regular season. You gotta go 6-6.
Oh yeah, so 5-7. Nope.
Nah.
Oh.
9-3.
9-3.
I like 9-3.
I looked at the schedule today. They got a very easy schedule.
Yeah,
the only tough game is Notre Dame on the road.
Notre Dame is it?
That's Notre Dame.
And that's at Notre Dame, correct?
In November, November 7th.
We're at Notre Dame, and then I'll give this one a little bit of credence, fellas. We go see Dabo over there in Clemson. Even that one.
You'll beat Clemson.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is? I'm still shocked about Pringle hitting the portal. Thanks for everybody that's brought that up. I was shocked. I thought it was Lyle that was going to hit the portal because his body language was terrible on the sidelines, and he was dressed out. But he had
another example of Mario at work.
He had 70 carries as a freshman, and for a freshman, 70 carries is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Look, either that or look, they didn't want it. He wanted money, and they said, no, you're not worth that dollar. Hey, Miami's like that. They budget their players. If they wanted more money than what he was asking, they'll say no.
Well, and then you've got LSU who's overspent, and they can't even get the last two pieces of the puzzle that they want.
Lane Kiffin going over the country trying to raid people for players, and now they don't have enough money.
Here's the thing about NIL that can kind of you can kind of tip your hat to some things. When you see an unexpected player leave, that usually means something good is coming in.
Yep.
So with Pringle leaving, you already know Mallory's coming in. That running back room is together.
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple of defensive linemen leave.
Yep.
Well, all that tells me is
someone's
the defensive end from Missouri. He's coming.
Yep.
Emory Williams leaves, the backup quarterback. Well, I mean, that writing is on the wall. Mensa's coming to Miami.
Yep.
He just got to let the legal mumbo jumbo get done with this NIL deal. And the thing about it, with the irony about what's going on with that situation is, Duke, you holding this man talking about a contract or whatever. Hello, Manny Diaz, you did the same thing to Temple to come back to Miami.
Right.
So who the hell are you to say
That's
that the man don't want to be there with you no more? Why are you trying to hold him hostage?
That's what I want to ask you guys. Like, why would you want somebody that doesn't want to be there? Go kick rocks. That's like asking for the girl to give you another chance after she slept with your best friend. Tell her to go kick rocks, dude. Honestly. I don't care how good that pussy is. Go ahead.
At Miami. They don't want him to come to Miami and start getting good with the offense. That's to keep him out for spring. Sorry, Tupac, but real quick, they can't hold him. They can go ahead and have the restraining order and everything they want. The thing is going to be February the 2nd. At the end of the day, the situation at hand is the $4 million of the NIL. They're trying to say that he can't go nowhere else and play for no NIL money because contractually he has to stick with the NIL money that Duke gave him. The easy out to that is Miami pays the NIL balance. He comes to Miami. The only problem is he's not going to be here in the spring because he has to enroll, I think, by tomorrow.
Yeah, by tomorrow, I believe. Yeah.
Sorry, Tupac.
Because I know we were doing this round the horn question, no pun intended. When I look at what Indiana was able to do in the 2 years, I mean, you got a lot of older guys. A lot of older guys benefited from being around that and being the first to do something. Whereas I don't know if those same group of kids who saw that are looking at Indiana as a destination when they see what the coach is, what they're going to get from that coach, and looking at what Indiana was able to do. Miami, I don't think Miami's back. I think Miami's here.
Oh, yeah.
I think what that did, that lays the foundation for a run that's going to be crazy to see because they've got the money, you've got the backing,
facts,
got the right people in place at the university at the president level. Like when you look at who's the school's president, and he's bought all the way. This isn't a shillelagh thing. This is a new era. This era of Miami football, that national championship loss is going to grow the groundwork for something that we may not ever see again. Just the way the NIL is, because I think that loss might build a monster.
I agree with you.
Those guys who lose that national title, they remember it. It's on the stain of that. Like, you got to hear it from the other. You got to hear it from the OGs.
Yep.
That's going to change the landscape of college football again.
Yeah. Well, and can I say this too? And I'm glad you brought this up, and everybody can agree to disagree, chat box included. What I'm thinking, and I'll have more on Stallion Speaks about it when I speak about it. Look, guys, nothing hurt me worse as a 10-year-old in that Orange Bowl losing to Nebraska 24-17. And listen, that Nebraska team, Tommy Frazier, all them guys, Miami at least had a lead in that game, but was so worn the hell out in that fourth quarter. And Nebraska just used their big hog mollies to win that game 24-17. Look at what was going on. Warren Sapp was on his way out. Dennis Erickson was already with the Seahawks, and probation was ready to just throw the book. And SI had that article, why Miami should drop football. Then Butch Davis comes in and has to navigate 5-6 years of probation before he built a super team, only to get screwed by the school president. And then you get Coker, who had all the hard work. And then look what happened after that Fiesta Bowl. It just got worse after that. On the flip side, Miami loses a game in the 86 Fiesta Bowl with probably the most dominant team to never win a national championship because of Vinny Testaverde. And what does that team the next year do with a new quarterback? They win the whole thing.
And the Sugar Bowl team before, too.
Yeah.
Correct. Very good. Thank you, Jupiter, to bring that up. So we've lost championship games. We've lost championship games. The thing is with the contrast of 87 being kind of the focal point, but you still didn't have the higher-ups that supported Jimmy because Jimmy was done after 88 and went to the Cowboys, and rightfully so. You've got the backing And whether Mario maybe learns from this, I hope he does, because here's the deal. There's no excuses because the taste was there. And you don't go back to the Cheez-It Bowl or the damn Pop-Tarts Bowl after this. You have got to be in the playoffs. And until the ACC proves that they have another contender. And here's what I've challenged Miami in the offseason. Rocky, I want you to bring up the point you brought up on that other show that we follow, because it was very important that that gets brought up and is worked on for this year for Miami. And if you're a Miami fan, you need to pay attention to this. You can't put your head in the sand. We never needed to worry about getting up for the big games. In fact, this was the first big game where we were an underdog that we've lost under Mario. All the other ones we've won. My point is, you got to worry about these smaller teams. And you've got 9 ACC games next year. And they're going to want every shot at Miami, and they're going to play balls out. And you're going to have kids from Miami on these teams wanting to make a highlight reel, whether they're at home or whether they're playing in their stadium. The point is they want to do it against Miami. You've got to match that intensity and win against these small opponents if you want to get back to this playoff. And if this stalemate between the Big Ten and SEC's dick measuring contest is going between 16 and 24 teams, which is absolutely absurd, you can't tell me that both Miami and Indiana will automatically make this if nothing changes at the top for either of their programs with the talent and the players that they're going to be bringing in. And if Mark Cuban and their techies that have graduated from Indiana are going to invest the money themselves to want to stay there if they feel basketball is a lost cause. Go ahead, guys. Your thoughts on what I thought, and we can go to the NFL after this.
Indiana is the poster child now for NIL.
Yeah.
They are the poster child because they are the first really NIL national champion. They're the first ones. Get ready. There's going to be a long line of them starting after Indiana. There's going to be a long line.
Not Tennessee.
You think so with Ohio State with that money they played last year?
20 million on the team though. They had 20 million last year.
They may have had 20 million, but they all were paid within the school. None of them came from other places. Indiana got these guys from James Madison, from other places.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Which they're not going to be able to repeat that big game.
They're not going to be able to repeat.
They're not going to be able to run that back.
But they have but other teams now have a model that they can follow. Get a strong coach, good NIL players. You may not have to have the best NIL players, but if you can get a damn good coach, get some decent NIL players in there, coach them up, same thing can happen. This is the third straight year a Big Ten team has won the national title.
But
this is the most unlikely champion ever.
So let me ask you guys this off of what Kerry just pointed out. Kurt Signetti just may have opened up a can of worms because he just proved that you can do it with a bunch of older guys. You can do it with a bunch of guys that may not be getting the bag.
But fits your system.
But they fit your system. So what does that say about the big money programs and the irony that you paid all of this money last year versus you didn't have to really do all of that this year? Does that put pressure on some of the programs with some of these other coaches that's getting the bag and getting these big roster, roster financial means or whatever? Does that become a problem now? Because Sig already proved that I don't need a big budget to win a national championship. And I did it at Indiana.
And he did it in 2 years.
Yep.
And
here's the part.
I'll say this.
He beat 2 big NIL schools to win a title. He beat Alabama. And he beat Oregon. And Oregon got serious NIL crazy
Nike money. That Phil Knight Nike money.
And Indiana beat them twice.
I'm gonna say
that should tell you something. That tells you something.
What they're able, what Indiana was able to do, was it has made these other coaches like the Tennessees and the Oklahomas. Like I look at y'all differently now. So you mean to tell me this guy comes from James Madison University, and in 2 years, what you're telling me needs to be done in 4, 5, 6, 7. If you even get that many years, it's made it to the point where I'm starting to look at. You mean to tell me this Tennessee lineup? That Indiana team won a national title?
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot to be said about coaching, guys. I've said that for a long time.
All these schools,
go ahead,
all
Brock.
these schools, like the way I talked about Texas Tech on our show.
Yeah.
How differently did McGuire get that Texas Tech team to look within a year where you're looking at the Florida States, the Tennessees,
They got that.
The Gators who are on another coach after however many years since Urban.
We're talking about the Florida Gators.
They got that. Texas Tech got that oil money, man.
So the pressure is here, guys. To me, I'm gonna push back a little bit, LFJ, on you a little bit. Not everybody has a Mark Cuban.
Very true.
Now, if we're talking about programs that are NIL strong, or programs that have, like Two Pair said, like a Florida Gators, like a Tennessee Volunteers, dare I say the Florida State Seminoles, Two Pair, those programs that have a history, it puts pressure on them to go to get in a room and say, man, where is our Mark Cuban? We got to go find Mark Cuban or Jose Mas. What's that?
He's got two of them.
Well,
Haslam.
Now you get those guys in a room and you say, look at what Coach Signetti did with Mark Cuban money.
That pilot money. Tennessee's got that pilot money.
Tennessee's got the Haslams, which is Pilot Find J. And they got the Dish Network.
Dish Network, yep.
They've got those two. Those are the two biggest donors in Tennessee history. Those two motherfuckers hate each other so much that they won't work together to give Tennessee what they need, because fucking Haslam doesn't want anybody being better than Coach Neyland. So that's why we got rid of Fulmer. That's why we made all the fucking other bullshit hires we did. And that's where we're at now. So
it's a dick measuring contest between two guys with 2 2-inch dicks. Keep going.
Exactly.
But it turns into Haslam doesn't want anyone being better than Neyland, so Tennessee will never be better than we were under Fulmer, because Fulmer was right there at the fucking cusp of being better than General Neyland, and he won't let anybody else happen. And then I can't remember the guy.
Dish Network guy, we'll call
Dish
him.
Network guy.
He wants
to be bigger than Haslam, but Haslam will keep donating money. That's why the fucking field is Neyland Stadium, brought to you by Pilot Flying J, because that motherfucker doesn't want to accept that there's going to be better coaches than Coach Neyland.
Yep.
So until Big Haslam fucking passes away, Tennessee is fucked when it comes to NIL.
Damn. That's crazy.
That's a little bit of insight for anybody that wants to know about the what Tennessee's dealing with in an SEC conference.
SEC conference.
Yeah. If
those two could combine together, Tennessee could buy whoever they want.
Well, Shano, to your point, what I wanted to add to that was there is no place that pressure will be felt more than the mighty SEC. That's on the downhill slide right now.
Exactly.
Places like Tennessee, Alabama, LSU.
It's like Saban said the other day. Nobody from the South goes up north unless you fucking pay them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's facts.
And let's just say South Florida, Atlanta, and Texas are, if you can give a 6-star to players, that's where they come from. Hell, I say South Florida is a 7 or 8-star compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, and Mario's fixing to rope that off, so don't worry about it.
Exactly. South Florida, you ain't going to get none. Mario's got that area locked down.
Miami.
One of my buddies played for Tennessee. Love him to death. Jason Swain, he flat out told me one day, he was like, a 5-star in Tennessee is a 3-star in Atlanta.
Yep.
He's a 2-star in Miami, Lauderdale area.
And a 2-star in Texas.
Yeah.
And to add, and one more thing, Sty, and then I'll let it go. What happens when some of these players that are losing 30 people to the portal, 40 people to the portal, Iowa State, Oklahoma State,
Tennessee,
Florida State just lost 40-something guys to the portal.
What's going to happen to these programs when their board of trustees look at one another, look in the mirror and say, fuck this, and all decide to get in a room and say, let's put together a budget, because Oklahoma State's got, doesn't they have T-Boone Pickens or whatever?
Big time.
What happens if they open the coffers? What happens if Iowa State finds somebody, a techie or whatever? I mean, just the dominoes start to fall.
And
right?
I'm going to tell you this about Oklahoma State. That's a sneaky team. I'm not saying that they're going to win the whole Big 12, but that could be Texas Tech's competition because they got the North Texas guy who can coach, and he's taking his quarterback there. And if T. Boone does open up his pocketbook, they can get the guys there at Oklahoma State. I mean,
I'm going to give you,
and it's a weak conference. It's a weak conference to get out of.
I'm going to give you another team that nobody knows about in the great state of Texas that has a ton of money and a ton of alumni. That's the Baylor Bears.
Yep, Baylor.
You never hear about them. Baylor's got a ton of money. And if they ever decide to go and say, fuck this shit, they could drop $100 million in
if Art Browson not got screwed over with everything that happened with him.
Oh, yeah.
It would be,
that changed everything.
Baylor would be where SMU is at now.
Yeah.
SMU competes.
Well, if you think about it, if SMU didn't get screwed over by the death penalty 40 years ago, SMU would be an even bigger power now than anybody else in Texas. And that includes the mighty Longhorns and Aggies.
But think about it. All of that is from the Kurt Signetti effect.
Yep, the Kurt Signetti
from top to bottom, all the way down to dominoes, and how they fall in line, and just who decides to play ball.
So there's one school that's not being talked about that if the big players came together, you would think that they should be able to put resources together and get NIL money together and just be instantly back on top. And that's USC. All that money out west.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, how much longer are they going to go with Lincoln Riley? I mean, they've got a quarterback in Jay Maivia coming back.
You know why?
But what are they going to do?
The alumni, the NFL money, everything, USC should be running this shit.
Yeah.
You know why they're not thought of? They're in LA. When you look at all the competition they got in LA, the Dodgers, the Rams, the Lakers, the Clippers. Even the Clippers are drawing more than they are. The Kings. There's too much competition in LA. Nobody cares. It's gotten to the point that nobody cares about USC football. And UCLA is even worse than them.
Yeah.
And they've got a boatload of money.
But
nobody wants to go to UCLA.
USC at one point was the best thing smoking, but now the Dodgers are winning all the time.
Yep.
The Rams and the Chargers.
Yeah. Exactly.
LA.
USC is our sister program. They're like Miami. They're in a city. You got to win.
And UCLA, and here's the kicker too. While USC gets to stay in the Coliseum, UCLA is moving to SoFi.
Mm-hmm. So the Rose Bowl is only going to be used once a year. The Rose Bowl is going to be used once a year for right now.
Once a year, and that's for the game.
That's crazy.
UCLA is moving to SoFi.
UCLA, they're going to get a crazy realization that they don't want to move. You think that trying to pack the Rose Bowl to see UCLA to play? Imagine trying to pack UCLA SoFi and you're not winning.
They'll have a better chance because they only draw like 8,000-9,000 there. They got a better chance at SoFi than they do at the Rose Bowl.
We saw it for years at Sun Life Stadium, too, Pair.
We did.
Saw it for years.
We did. So,
I
do listen. I mean, this was a great discussion here about this game. I do want to bring up. I do want to talk a little NFL because we do've got that Final Four coming up this Sunday, and these are the results of the divisional round. I want to talk real quick about that Broncos-Bills game. If there was ever a fucking horrible call that was ever done, it had to have been that one, guys. I'm absolutely just ridiculed by that. And then the fact is that the team that we not only that, you've got a team that collectively we all can agree on that nobody wants to see in this Super Bowl, and they're going to be there with a chance to get another one in the first year of a guy that the Titans had. I'm just throwing that out there. And they got a young nucleus. They got a quarterback that has Brady-like all around him in our guy from Carolina. You got the kicker that's another Gostkowski that used to play for Miami and Borregales. I mean, it's right there. Young linebackers. It's like, how in the world did this happen when I thought they were gone to obscurity forever?
They are the luckiest
team
there in NFL history. They're
right
the luckiest team in NFL history.
Think about the Patriots.
Think of everything that has had to go their way. They lose. They beat Buffalo without certain players. In the
It was a fun
playoffs,
massage. You missed it.
Justin Herbert, no offensive line. C.J. Stroud became a double agent. Was literally the reason the Patriots won last week was because of C.J. Stroud. During the season, Burrow doesn't play against them in Cincinnati. Myles Garrett has 4 sacks, and Cleveland loses by 2. Atlanta had the Patriots beat. Kicker misses the extra point. They have been the luckiest freaking team in NFL history with a 4th place schedule. A 4th place schedule.
Can we get context for C.J. Stroud, by the way? Because we need to know
now-
what color team he was throwing to.
They get to face Jared Stidham instead of Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I want
How
to say
lucky can you possibly be?
I won't say this about C.J. Stroud. I thought that he was gonna exceed my expectations after his rookie season.
I did too.
But it feels as if he's almost the same quarterback that he was when he was a rookie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't an elevation of progression.
It wasn't.
And, man, like I feel for those guys in that locker room for Buffalo, because
tell me about it.
When your best player doesn't have his best game, it shows. It's a ripple effect of what's come, and I don't want to see a Patriots Rams Super Bowl, but if I do, I hope the Rams win because I'm a Stafford guy. I love Stafford.
Oh, I'm going to tell you this. The NFC champion is winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
The NFC champion is winning the Super Bowl.
LA or Seattle.
They better.
Because, as bad as I felt about Saturday, it should have never came to a controversial play.
But I can't see Drake May and Mike Vrabel winning.
No, I can't.
And Rams ain't getting out of there.
Rams aren't getting out of there. The Cleveland Browns giving like Bill Belichick on a platter to the Patriots. Like I could see that happening though, Stallion.
I don't see it. The thing is, Seattle's defense. I'm going to tell you about Seattle's defense. There's some Rough Riders in that. They got some Rough Riders. That game with San Francisco was over in 13 seconds. When that kickoff got returned, and that kicker, the image of San Francisco's kicker, trying to trip Rashid for the whole world to see, and not only did he missed by 5 yards. The game was over. The game was done.
It was like it was parallel of the Indiana-Oregon game in college.
The thing about the Patriots, I don't think a lot of people are realizing is Vrabel is bringing back the blueprint of Belichick. He's doing everything Belichick did, and like you said, he's got his Tom Brady and Drake May.
He's better than Belichick because he's beat Belichick in his own fucking game when Tennessee played New England back in the day and pulled out rules that Belichick would have pulled.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's got his Vinatieri, Gauskowski, and Borregales as a kicker.
He's got his kicker, He's got his Randy Moss with Stephon Diggs.
Until Stephon blows up and does something stupid in another year. That
they just don't need to cook a bad meal for him. They just don't need to cook a bad meal.
Cook a bad meal for him and keep Cardi B away from him the night before the game.
Sean Payton will have a plan.
Yes, he will. I trust in Sean Payton. I have a feeling Sean Payton's got a plan.
I hope
it'll work. We'll have a plan.
I hope, guys.
I don't know.
The only thing I can hope for is the Seahawks get their revenge from the Super Bowl they blew with Marshawn a couple years ago. So that's the only thing.
That game with the Rams is going to be fire. That's going to be the game. That might be better than the Super Bowl itself.
No,
to give you an idea of how close both those teams have been this year.
Who, the Rams and the Seahawks?
Rams and the Seahawks have been separated by 1 point, 58-57. In total yards, the Rams have 830.
Big game. Matthew Stafford better turn it around over the past 2 games he's played, because he's played like dog shit the past 2 games.
I'll tell you this too. Sam Darnold, all he has to play is average. If he's average, Seattle blows him out. If he turns the ball over like he's done in the 2 games, he's thrown 6 interceptions in the 2 games. If he throws any picks, Stafford could play like dog shit and probably get away with it because they'll find a way to win. McVay's been in this situation before. McDonald, this is his first crack. And you don't think the Baltimore Ravens miss Mike McDonald? Look at Seattle's defense. Who does that defense remind you of? The young Baltimore Ravens, Ray Lewis and those guys. That's who they remind me of. When Ray Lewis and them were kicking ass and taking no prisoners whatsoever.
Seattle is a problem.
Seattle's a problem.
I thought that San Francisco, I thought it was going to be closer than what it was, but it just, San Francisco ain't got anybody on that outside. Like, they wide receivers, they couldn't get any type of separation.
McCaffrey couldn't do nothing. They were beat the shit.
Well, I mean,
if they can't run the football,
Jennings was their
they
number
ain't got
one
nothing
receiver.
going.
Yeah, Jennings was their number one receiver.
Jennings was their number one receiver.
They had
the
so
quarterback.
injured.
He runs the slowest 40 ever. He can run some crisp routes, but he ain't going to create separation. He's a dog. You put him there in the slot, let him do what he fucking does. But when you don't have a speed guy out there on the outsides, they were fucked from the beginning.
Can somebody educate me on something? What happened with the Ayuk situation? Because just a couple of years ago, the 49ers had Debo. They had Ayuk. I mean, what the fuck happened to their offense?
Hey, Ayuk tore his ACL last year. He's never recovered.
He played his last game.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He played his last game. I don't think he played this season.
No, he never played this year. Yeah. And I give Kyle Shanahan a whole lot of credit because he lost his 3 best defenders, his 2 best receivers, his number 1 tight end, and they still made it to the divisional round of the playoffs where most teams would not have even made the playoffs.
Same thing's getting ready to happen to my Bears, Stallion, because they've got 3 starters right now that played well during the season that are getting ready to price themselves out of the market. They don't know it, but they're getting ready to price themselves out of the market because they're being talked up like they want all these millions of dollars. And the Bears are saying, you're not worth that. You're worth this money, not that money. And they say, you know what? We're going to go test the market. And
they should go back to college like basketball players do and make more money.
Hey, Rocky.
Oh, my God.
You think the coaching carousel's wild? Wait till the free agent period starts hitting. This is going to be nuts.
Oh, God.
This is going to be – and the new TV money kicks in this year. For every team. So every team gets more money. This is going to be the free agent's going to be absolutely crazy.
You know what the big winner's going to be? Big game. I got a feeling the big winner's going to be LFJ's Pittsburgh Steelers over there.
Yeah.
Taking on Mike McCarthy.
Look at that, man.
From Omar Epps to Wilford Brimley. Good luck on that.
No, you thought when it was calling Carson Beck Vanilla Vic. I mean, that's going to be Vanilla Tomlin right there.
Oh, man.
Wow. Slam down person, man. Shit.
I mean, let me ask you this. Do you guys think that these are going to be 2 good games? I mean, obviously the Rams-Seahawks speaks for itself. Is this Patriot-Broncos game going to be anything? I mean, Rocky, you say Sean Payton's got something for Vrabel, but I'm just curious. I mean, what do they got?
For a while, the Patriots-Broncos game is going to be okay. And to stay with them, the Patriots going to have to make some mistakes, which they rarely do.
Which, hey, Drake May has 5 fumbles in 2 games.
Well, it's in Denver, so they got a puncher's chance.
And let's remember, Patriots have never done well in Denver, no matter who your coach and quarterback is. Belichick never did well there. Brady hated playing in Denver. His record showed, I think Brady was like 2-8 all time in Denver.
Yeah.
Mays, this is their first trip. Denver's defense, and I saw them firsthand. That front 4 they have, very impressive. Now, if you can block their front 4, you can get anything you want on the secondary and the linebackers because Josh Allen, when he wasn't making mistakes, was carving them up left and right. James Cook was running on them left and right. So, yeah, if you can control their front 4, it's Burger King. You get it all day long with the other 7.
They just got to have free football. They got to play mistake-free.
They got to play mistake-free football. Jarrett Stidham doesn't have to be the reason they win, but don't be the reason you lose. Drake May has to be the same thing. Don't be the reason you win, but don't be the reason you lose. He's had 5 fumbles in 2 games, and the reason why he's got away with it, the opposition they were playing.
Josh Allen.
The Chargers weren't that good. Houston, get past their defense. C.J. Stroud was a double agent.
But Houston had probably the best defense we've seen in a while.
Yeah, that defense was unbelievable. The problem is when your offense sucks,
You
your
can't
defense is out.
keep giving the ball to the other team.
Well,
Your defense is out on the field for 40
first
seconds.
they couldn't run the football.
Y'all can't get
Let's
past
get that out. They couldn't run the football.
Yep, couldn't run the football.
You don't give him enough time because half the offensive linemen are getting hurt and didn't play and didn't. There's a lot of factors into why the Texans offense looked like diddly squat poo, and then you give up 6 points.
Yep, pick six.
You give a pick 6. So the turnovers, the offensive line, like they really need to look in the mirror and say, are we just going to be a middle of the road team? Because they're not going to play in AFC championships if you can't do that on the road.
And the problem is with that great defense is they're all on rookie contracts. In another year or so, they're going to have to start paying some of them guys. Who are you going to pay and who are you going to say goodbye to?
You got to pay Will Anderson.
Yep. And
Yeah,
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
and CJ Stroud next year is the last of his rookie deal. And they haven't been keen on giving him an extension yet. He's going to have to earn it.
I've only seen Derek Stingley look bad a few times.
Stingley's amazing. Stingley's amazing.
I've only seen Stingley look bad in the NFL only a few times.
Yeah.
That's very often.
That for a long time.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I remember his grandfather. His grandfather was a hell of a receiver until he got paralyzed, got hit bad in the Raider exhibition game and got paralyzed. But his grandfather, God, it was in Patriots was him and Stanley Morgan. That could have been a combo for 10 years, but he got hurt and ended up being paralyzed.
Real quick, was McDermott getting fired for the Bills loss fair or what? What do y'all think?
I think it was from someone that's watched the situation. Yeah, because at some point you've had 9 years. You keep losing the way that you keep losing. You keep losing. You're the first team in NFL history to lose 3 straight playoff games by 3 points or less. At some point, you lost the 13 seconds game. You lost to the Chiefs 4 times. You had them beat 3 times, lost to them 4. You couldn't keep firing every other coach, and it got to the point where the owner saw the locker room. And when he saw a broken team, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. That's all he needed.
I got to put this on the players, though.
And I put it on some of the players, too.
I gotta put it on the players. Like,
I'll put it on Josh Allen. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, how many turnovers?
Yep. And
how many turnovers does the guy that's supposed to be the leader, the guy that's supposed to be clutch?
I agree.
When it's in the big moments. Now,
Yep.
I can put this on coaching, but when you look at the turnovers,
I agree with you. And I agree with you there. But my thing is over 9 years. When you've averaged 30 points a playoff game, and the guy who's your head coach, who's supposed to be a defensive specialist, gives up 33 points a game.
Preach.
You can't keep doing this.
No.
The game Saturday, they had this game Saturday, it really didn't have to come down to controversy. They were up 30-27 before the 2-minute warning. Had Denver in a 3rd and 14. And instead of playing man-to-man, which had gotten Bo Nix trouble, gave him trouble all day long, they went to zone. Cortland Sutton sat in the middle of the zone wide open for 20 yards. 3 plays later, Mims burns him on the touchdown in the corner when they put a substitute guy in. You got to take advantage of the situations you had. Even with all of those turnovers, they had a chance to win the game. And your defensive coach, that's how he got the job. He was a defensive coach. He led Carolina to a Super Bowl team and lost to Peyton Manning. You got to play defense at some point in some of these playoff games. You can't keep giving up 33 points a game in the playoffs when you're scoring 30, which would be good enough to beat everybody. You can't do it. And
let's face it, you got a good enough roster to beat the AFC East with a damn blind man coaching you. So
exactly,
that is the difference. That is the difference.
And at some point,
I can surely relate. I agree with you. You can't win in the playoffs. Fire their ass.
Yep. You can't keep 1 year you fired the offensive coordinator.
Right.
2 years you fired a defensive coordinator. You fired a special teams guy. You can't keep firing people because sooner or later, the last person left standing is
the head
you.
coach.
Yeah, I think,
and if the same thing keeps happening over and over and over,
I think that team was broken, man. Like
they were broken. That loss broke them.
The way they lost.
Exactly. The way they lost, because they really believed, and I believe, you win that game, you're going to New England. You're going to beat New England next week and go to the Super Bowl. Because we saw New England fold against them the second time they played. They folded. Yeah. That still wasn't out of their heads. New England, like I said, New England has been the luckiest team in the NFL. They're going to play Denver. And not
with a backup quarterback because the starter broke his damn ankle. I mean,
who hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years?
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't make this stuff up. He hasn't thrown
I'm telling you, you guys missed a hell of a time when me and Robert went to the massage parlor. It was a good time. Y'all missed it. It was good. So, yeah.
First time in championship game history that a quarterback is starting that hasn't thrown a pass in the regular season. The last time that happened was 2017. Joe Webb for the Minnesota Vikings against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we all know what happened that night. Philadelphia.
I was gonna say Frank Wright, Houston Oilers versus the Buffalo Bills back in 92.
92.
That run of theirs.
And that was another team.
Midterms
and if you ever wanted to watch a dysfunctional team, I recommend the Houston 93 documentary.
Oh, great.
They were the most talented team that I had ever seen outside of my Bills that never made it to an AFC championship game or Super Bowl.
More Pro Bowlers you can count.
Function in there. They had player deaths. They fought with each other. The coaches fought each other.
I remember that on the sideline.
Buddy Ryan.
That was so damn funny.
Yeah.
That was
so they were as dysfunctional as you could possibly be. But yeah, my team was broken. And once the owner saw how broken they were, he said, it's time. I said, I got to make a change. And so I was not surprised come Monday that Sean McDermott was getting fired. But I thought Brandon Beane, the GM, would have been gone too. He got promoted. And I found out today why he got promoted was because the person who's going to eventually run this team is not ready to run the team yet. That's why he got graced and got promoted so he can run this team until his daughter his youngest daughter is ready to run this team, which will be pretty soon, probably about another year or so.
Yeah. So I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
With Tennessee's two recent hires, who do you feel is the most important hire? The new DC or the new strength and conditioning coach?
I mean, they got.
For the Vols? I would say the strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning.
Talking about the Vols.
Strength and conditioning.
My bad. I thought you said Titans.
Yeah.
Well, Titans got a good hire too. Titans got a good hire too.
The Titans got a good hire today.
Can I lay the rest of my team real quick?
Sure, you can lay the Bears down. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm very proud of my Chicago Bears in the season that they had. Caleb Williams made probably one of the most memorable throws, of the season, maybe of the playoffs ever, when he made that fourth down throw to Cole.
Yeah, that was sick.
Unbelievable,
man.
Unreal.
That was sick.
I mean, those two games went to overtime. They were four teams just leaving it all out there. And then you get a fucking asshat game like the Seahawks 49ers and then that Texans Patriots game that made me puke. I mean, so the hell with that.
I'm happy with the foundation. We'll be back.
You got a great coach. Got a great coach.
Terrific coach.
Great coach.
That San Francisco team, they can't run the football. You've got them beat.
They overachieved.
They did.
Beat them on Monday Night Football weeks before the playoff game. Once I saw that, I said, you know what? if you're not able to run the football on Seattle, and you're not gonna win. But that Chicago game, I kind of wish they went for 2.
Yeah.
No, here's why I agree that they didn't go for 2.
They would have went for 2.
The overtime rules. If the overtime rules didn't guarantee both teams the ball, I guarantee we probably would have went for 2.
Yeah.
But
I
because
agree
now
with that.
the overtime rules guarantee both teams get the ball, no need to go for 2. You can stop them at over. The Bears did their job.
They did their job.
They stopped them on the first series.
We just had a miscommunication with quarterback to wide receiver.
They got too greedy. To me, they got too greedy.
Anthony's got a question. What are our thoughts on the Dolphins hiring Jeff Hafley? Do you think that he's a good boy? Is this just a good boy's hire? Let me just tell you this. Until Stephen Ross puts the money and allocates it correctly, and they don't have, I mean, look, it's got to be run from the top down. All these organizations that are successful right now have a very good foundation. They know how to get the right coaches. They're getting the right personnel. And until the Dolphins stop overpaying for players that are well past their prime and don't make good draft picks and are not trading away draft picks, and I mean, they are just a very badly run organization. And until I'm shown where the competence is there behind the scenes, it doesn't matter what you put out on the field, because this is 40 years of losing that what you've had. And it's just unbelievable, no matter who the damn owner's been. It's the curse of Don Shula. Throw the damn curse of the Orange Bowl. Ever since you've moved to that stadium, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to reshape it or redo it, blue seats, orange seats, the fact is the product on the field absolutely sucks and is unwatchable. But yet they still get 70,000 fans in there. It's unbelievable. I wish him luck. I hope he does well. But like you said earlier in the chat box, Anthony, Miami Hurricanes is the brand of football right now that Miami needs to go behind. The problem is you got a lot of Florida Gator and Florida State alum that live down there, and they don't give a shit about the Canes, you know. So that's that and so forth. With the risk of like losing viewers, I did want to touch on this briefly because I do want to transition to it because we are getting to it. Is the fact that college hoops is now with us. You know, unfortunately, our Vols blew an inexplicable huge lead to Kentucky on Saturday. What the fuck is going on with guys being allowed back in schools? This Charles Biadake is going to get to play for Alabama against the Vols over the weekend. I'm watching Arizona whip the dog shit out of Cincinnati right now. I don't think anybody's beating Arizona, man. Koa Pete, they're going to get that number 1 seed out west. And they've got a wheelchair to the Final Four this year in Indianapolis, man. They got 4 potential games in the first 2 rounds and the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 all on the West Coast. Go ahead, though.
First off, give me Kenny Chandler and Jaden Springer back at Tennessee with Dalton Connect, because they all played G League at some point. Give me all 3 of those. And let me run the fucking tables. Because Alabama getting to play a fucking G League guy who got drafted in 20. He's been in the league a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me those. Give me all 3 of them back, and let me run the table. Because college sports is not what it used to be.
Larry, does Kobe White have some? Do you think Kobe White can come back to UNC or what? I mean, at this point,
I'll take anything at this point.
LeBron never played college football or college basketball.
LeBron has eligibility still. Let him go back at 40.
There ain't no
guys, they got to do something.
LeBron go to Duke or UNC or Ohio State.
For real. What's going on in college basketball is crazy. It's as wild.
It's worse than college football.
It is worse than college football. It really is. I mean, it's kind of sad, to be honest with you.
On a real level, what we witnessing is something. It's the loophole. It's the loophole within the rules that I got a problem with.
Yes.
Because you're using this loophole now that you should have thought about that once you did what you did, because the rules that were in place, you can't get back time. You can't. That's the most valuable resource we have on this world, and it's allowing guys to get back time. You made your decision. You're a grown-ass man, dog.
Mm-hmm. Anthony asks, how far do the Hurricanes make it in the tournament? I think they do get a tournament bid. The problem with the Hurricanes right now is they only have 5 starters. There's really no bench there, but Jai Lucas is doing a hell of a job. And I'll tell you this, man, they don't play Duke in the regular season, but if they played him in the ACC tournament, Jai Lucas was Duke's defensive coach for the last couple of years under Shire. He knows Shire's offense and so forth. So if anybody could defend it, I just don't think they have the personnel to stop Boozer. Honestly. And then here's the funny part. You got another kid from Miami and Carlos Boozer's sons that are at Duke that would show beat Miami. You know, that's what happens to Miami sports. We lose to the guys that we didn't get to Miami in the sport. They go to other teams.
Miami basketball, they have a nice starting 5.
They got a great start, though.
Shelton Henderson's awesome. Do a great job. Right now, they don't have the horses.
They just don't.
Right now,
they don't.
And right
They'll
now,
make the tournament.
After last night's loss, I think it's gut check time right now for the Hurricanes, because they shouldn't have lost that. They need to get back.
They shouldn't have lost to that Florida State team, no, and especially with how well they've done. So no, you can't, not at home. And you're honoring Jim Larinaga. It was disappointing, man. It was just fucking disappointing, especially coming off the national title loss too. But like I said, this kid, what's his name? Charles what? He's like, how is he allowed to be on Alabama's team when they play the Vols on Saturday at noon? This is just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, at this point.
Tell me about it. That was tough to watch. You were with me, James. We watched.
I was with you. Yeah, and the Vols just are coming off of blowing a lead to Kentucky. Kentucky won again tonight against Texas, from what I'm seeing here. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
the
Gators are getting it together.
You got Arizona, you got UConn, you got Kansas, you got Nebraska.
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio.
They look good.
You got Purdue, who lost the other night to UCLA. That made me very happy, by the way.
Oh, that was great. No, that was beautiful.
That was awesome. Yeah. I hate Purdue with a passion.
Anytime Purdue loses is a good day. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio. That's the one they're an interesting team. I can't wait to get a chance to watch them play. I want to see what they have. Carolina's struggling, Louisville struggling, ACC's doing a little bit of struggling right now. So is Arkansas. And Iowa State.
I was shocked to see Clemson lose to NC State last night. I was shocked about that because Clemson was doing really well. So they were
Clemson had a good
in the ACC, at least in the ACC.
It's been disappointing. They've lost like 3 in a row.
Who's that?
Vanderbilt,
they don't have any size.
Arkansas clocked them last night hard.
Yeah, they don't have any size. I mean, everybody's figured out the Vanderbilt conundrum. If you can out rebound them and their shots aren't falling, they're done.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the problem. You have to have size in the basketball. You do, and you look at Florida's front court now. Boogie Flan is making threes. So yeah,
the thing with Florida though is their backcourt is nowhere near to the level of play that their backcourt was last year. Their front court is very good with Chinua.
Condon.
Now, all those guys, like, they know how to win.
They do.
They're big. You know what you're
and they're big. Exactly. They're big.
You know what you're gonna get from Michigan. Michigan has actually been surprising, but I feel like the Michigan game would give me a better clarification on where that's gonna go.
Can I tell you a game I'm really salivating for? It's still 3 weeks away, 4 weeks actually. That game in DC out of conference between Duke and Michigan. You would think they're both going to be in the top 10 when those two throw down and so
that
forth.
Might be like top
that.
5. That might be top 5.
I mean that's going to be interesting. And then Larry, I mean, talking about the Tar Heels right now, it was finally highlighted. And I think that people just need to give us our credence because we talked about this last year. When was the last time North Carolina churned out an NBA All-Star, and it was Vince Carter officially. And the fact that North Carolina's been in Final Fours and won, and we brought it up last year on this show. That's why I think our show, we know our stuff, but why is it that Carolina is not getting the guys, and yet they have this unbelievable player in Caleb Wilson that more undoubtedly will be top 3, top 5 pick, and you're wasting him in this one fucking year? That's unexplainable.
It almost, to me, Carolina and basketball mirrors what was going on with Miami football. You'll get a diamond in the rough, and you do nothing with him, and you could see that he's got the talent. And unfortunately for him, he's going to play a career at North Carolina. probably do nothing. I don't see them doing anything. But his ability, he'll go to the league and have a semi good career. You know, nobody saw Kobe White going to the NBA and becoming what he's become with my Chicago Bulls.
A bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So,
A bucket.
you know, I certainly didn't see it. And I'm a Carolina fan in basketball. You know, I knew he was good, but I didn't think it was going to translate to the league like this.
Yeah.
So the reemergence of Duke just to me was the worst thing that could have happened for Carolina post Mike Krzyzewski,
Yep.
you know, and post Roy Williams and all of them. Because now you got to think about the heirs to the coaching thrones in both of those franchises, those programs. You would think that one has to get a leg up on the other
Right.
to get the tradition and the legacy of the program to get back to the legendary status that it always was. And thus far, much as I hate to say it, Duke's done that.
And it's incredible because, guys, I'm looking at this. You know what was it now? 4 years ago when they retired K in the Final Four, and Carolina's up at halftime over Kansas, and Kansas somehow finds a way to steal that national title. You look at the projection of those two teams. Duke is getting All-Americans. They have a potential for another Player of the Year, another top 3 pick with Boozer. Provided he just continues this unbelievable type of streak that he's averaging like a double-double, but it's almost like getting close to where he's getting 30-point games. And his own father didn't even do that in 3 years. But my point is, those are the type of battles you can't lose in that rivalry that Miami, I think you said it best, Larry, that's like how Florida State was getting the players like Dalvin Cook and, those type players and was doing something with them, and Carolina's not getting those guys. They're now going to Duke. That's crazy to me. That's just nuts. And for years, it was the other way around.
It was the other way around, yeah.
It was. I mean, Duke would be the team that would have some nice college players, but they never did shit in the NBA. Never. And now you've got a bunch of them.
The one that did was Grant, like the best. One of the best I've seen in college basketball.
Yeah. His injury screwed him. That was the problem.
And now you probably would have to say Tatum is their guy, but he's on the mend right now. But
now they got two guys that are up for Rookie of the Year in Con Knipple, which the Hornets hit the home run with that pick.
Oh, hell
and then and we knew what Cooper was going to do, with the Mavericks. But I mean, those are your two front runners, and they were a bad 1 minute away from possibly winning a national title if they didn't choke against Houston.
And actually, both of them should be in their first year of college, but graduated high school early.
Well, early.
But
just creepy how good those guys
are. Watching this North Carolina team, and it's just, as much as I want to root for Hubert, I've been watching North Carolina basketball for a very long time, and it's just, it's not translating on the court.
No, it's not.
Either there's a disconnect of player communication to what you want to see on the floor, because you've got a guy like Caleb Wilson who's at
a stud.
Top 5.
He's gonna be a top 3, top 5 pick easily.
Yeah, he's got a top 5.
Does Jordan have too much say so in UNC, and it reflects his NBA picks in college?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so, because if Jordan had any kind of say so, Hubert Davis wouldn't be the coach.
I don't think Hubert.
I agree with
Hubert
that.
Davis would be coaching if he.
Do they go outside the family? Larry, we've talked about this. If Mario didn't do this year and they flubbered, we were already looking. Next hire does not need to be anybody associated with Miami. It needs to be a fresh mind. We were talking about that mid-season. Mario's done what he needed to do. Now he needs to take another step. But at this point, yes, Hubert's gotten North Carolina to the Final Four, but where do they go in terms of who's a hot young mind that would maybe want that pressure outside of the Carolina family that was Dean Smith?
So, I can't think of nobody specifically, but I'll say this: and you can apply this to basketball, football, college baseball. If you want to win, you got to get away from the aspect of you got to get the most attractive alumni that you have this. It's a hypothetical. Like it looks like it could work. Now you got to get away from that. You got to get the best person that's available now.
Exactly. I agree.
Case point with Miami with Mario. I'm gonna give Mario his credit for now because hey, he did just get us to the national championship game. We're coming off of our second consecutive 10+ win season. But at the same time, now we got to see Mario. What do you do from here? The longevity of it. Can you sustain college football playoff runs?
You got to win a conference championship. That's got to be the minimum next year.
But here's
you got to
the
win
thing.
the ACC.
I can take Miami not winning an ACC championship if they get into the playoffs and make a run.
Facts.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
But when you look at like what's going on at Carolina, it was not working out. This is not working out. Matter of fact, he's next on my list of coaches of my teams that can go. I already hit a home run with Tomlin. I finally got his ass out of Dodge. You're next on the list. You're next on the list because I'm getting kind of tired of you too because I'm not used to being quiet during college basketball season. I've already accepted that my Chicago Bulls are ass and they'll never come back. So, I mean.
Yeah, I think Billy Donovan needs to take I like Billy Donovan, but it's time to go.
Yeah.
People think he's still the Florida. He still has the magic that he had at Florida, and he's not even close.
That's a guy that should have never left college.
LFJ and Two-Pair. I hear you talking about LFJ and Two-Pair. You talking about UNC. Be honest, I got a question for both of y'all. Does UNC basketball look like it's supposed to right now? Two-Pair, you first.
The what? The UNC?
Does UNC basketball look like what it's supposed to right now from the games you watch? No. I've watched a lot of UNC basketball too.
I have too. No, it ain't. There's something wrong.
Not what I grew up on in the 90s.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Hell, I'd even argue even that late 2000s run that Williams had with Hansbrough and Ty Lawson and those guys, you know. I mean, Ray Felton, you know, they don't even have that right now.
Hey, Larry, what's your feeling? I went through the same thing just now with McDermott. I mean, I had 9 years. He got us out of the drought. He got us to be in a playoff team, contender. We've won our division, but we got to get that next step, and he never took that next step. And we need somebody that's going to be the kingmaker instead of a king.
Gary, that's why when you gave your breakdown, I was up in here pumping like I was in the dog pound of Arsenio Hall because I feel you. I know where you coming from with that. I felt it.
And to be the second Harbaugh got fired, everybody is on watch from that beginning on. When he got gone, everybody had to take stock and go, hey, wait a second here.
I shudder to think that John Harbaugh rather probably regretted having taken that Giants job when you guys did what you did.
Because he could have gone to the Bills.
Kevin Stefanski, too. I think Kevin Stefanski, too, taking the Atlanta job thinking, oh, my God, you mean that job just came open and I don't have a quarterback down here, and I could have had an all-world quarterback 2,000 miles up north. Good Lord.
That to me, and I told a bunch of my friends and family that are Saints fans, I said, congratulations, you will now beat Atlanta for at least the next 3 or 4 years. This hire was just stupid.
Horrible. Yeah. You fired a guy who went 8-9 and hired a guy that went 8-26.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
Matt Ryan made that call.
Yeah,
that's Matt Ryan. Yep.
Well, and I got a couple questions for you guys from Anthony from the chat. He said that a lot of people thought it would have been harder to replace Kay at Duke and not Williams, but it seems like Williams has been harder to replace at Carolina. And then big game for you, he wants to know if we'll ever see Georgetown. And then St. John's is completely just flopped after the season they had last year. You know, this year. Do you think we'll ever see those guys become powerhouses again?
It's going to be hard, especially with UConn. The way UConn is rolling,
it's too much power over there in the Big East. UConn is a lot of squads.
Creighton's always got a good little team over there too.
Creighton now, with the teams that have come in now at Creighton, Creighton's a good program, very solid program, good program.
You got to have to win a national title. You got to have dominant front court play.
And let's face it,
We've seen what UConn was able to do. We've seen what Florida was able to do.
But
notice where the dominance was started is in their front court. But look at the back court. When we looked at that Florida back court compared to this year,
not even close. It's not even close.
Close.
Yeah.
Because those dudes were locking people down.
Clayton was special.
Very special.
Beyond special. Mike, that kid hit every big shot you could possibly think of.
Yeah. And then Texas Tech inexplicably forgot to, do free throws or whatever. I don't know what happened there. Big game. Anthony disagrees with you. He thinks Stefanski has a better chance of succeeding in Atlanta than John does with the Giants because at least he has a young quarterback.
No way.
Michael Penix is a walking medical report. That man has been hurt since his freshman year in college and keeps getting hurt. Why do you think they kept Kirk Cousins around and they're giving him $180 million?
And they got a lot of young pieces down there too.
Young pieces.
And not just the injury part, but Stefanski, obviously he fumbled the Shador thing.
He fumbled that thing so badly.
Anybody that's going to screw that up, LFJ.
He screwed that up badly. Had Shador played more early, you probably have a better record. He might still be in Cleveland.
Well, and I trust Jackson Dart more so than I would Penix if you're talking about young quarterbacks. And then here's the other thing, too. If Scadaboo can come back from the bad injury, Scadaboo was doing great. I mean, he was doing
Neighbors. Remember, they lost Malik Neighbors, too.
They've got Keelan Thibodeau in the defense. They got some young pieces on that side of the bench.
All the injuries they had, they went 6-11. They're not that far off. You have a good draft. You already got some good young pieces. Hell, the NFC East, you might have the best coach in that division because Sirianni. I'm still on Sirianni. Brian Schottenheimer, I'm still out of Dallas. And Washington, I don't know what the hell's going on with Dan Quinn firing his offensive and defensive coordinators.
You got to look at Jackson Dart. He has a lot of similarities to Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does.
He plays a similar game as Lamar Jackson. Now, he's not as good as Lamar Jackson yet.
Oh, no, not yet.
Who knows if he'll ever be. But
if he can
it's
stay out of the
same type of quarterback, and I think Harbaugh can kind of what he did with Lamar all them years, he can emulate with Jackson Dart.
If Jackson Dart can stay out of the medical tent, he's got a great opportunity. They gotta teach him, gotta be a little bit more careful and not care less. Slide.
Anthony would even argue he didn't blame Stefanski. He blamed more ownership like Haslam for maybe their racist tactics up there.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know anything about that.
Haslam wanted Shador. They wanted Shador. Stefanski didn't want Shador. You could tell on the draft day. Andrew Berry was happy and clapping. Kevin Stefanski sitting there like this going, really? Because Dylan Gabriel was his boy. And then when Dylan Gabriel didn't do anything, Shador really saved the season for them. Had he played sooner, they'd probably win a couple more games.
Shador and Tyler Shook have a similar story in the NFL.
Tyler Shook, I loved his end. Of the season. I thought he played
him way earlier. Spencer Rattler is horrible.
I think Rattler should go to the Jets. I think the Jets should do a good job by getting him. They take quarterbacks like that. I think Rattler would do great.
Scotty, go back to Anthony's first question. The reason why Duke's coach, go back to basketball. The reason why Duke's coach was easier. I mean, John Shire was an understudy for Coach K for how long?
Yes, he was
on the bench for Coach K.
because Shire got hurt when he was with the Heat. He had an eye injury. They scratched the cornea. He could never play again. So basically, he went right there and started.
He was an apprentice, basically, for Coach K, and he learned on the job. I mean,
he learned from the master,
and he can recruit. And the thing is, like Shire right away knew, unlike Hubert, he got Rachel, the one that's their NIL woman that gets these guys and so forth like that. So they were very organized at the top, and that's what I'm talking about. The way that if you're successful in the college game in basketball and football, if you've got a great NIL deal, you identify the talent, it fits your scheme, the coaching, and you got to have dudes. And like you said, two pair, the front court's where it starts. That's how it works. And I think Carolina just wasn't as organized as Duke was.
Inside out. Your best teams always get started inside outside.
Carolina reacted because I think it kind of caught them by surprise when Roy got his heart broken. That he Kay at least announced, look, this is my last year. This is my retirement tour. Shire's going to be the guy. When Roy stepped down, it was almost like, okay, Hubert, you're going to be the guy, And I would argue, the worst thing that happened to Carolina was the fact, if you think about it, when Duke and Carolina played that first time in that year, Paulo Banchero and Duke won by like 20-something points.
Yeah,
and
wasn't even
so
close.
then after that game, Carolina, Brady Manick started knocking down 3-pointers, and everything, and then it just worked for them. And then they went on a run till literally that halftime of the national title game. And one could argue if they don't even get to that Final Four or go on that run, I doubt Hubert's the coach even this year. I think because I could say, I don't know. I mean,
I give him 2 more years.
And he's got that contract to the 2030. He does have that contract, but they could buy that out. But they got to get recruits because they right now, I don't even know where their recruiting class is, but here you have Duke with another number 1 recruiting class coming in, regardless of what they do this year. And Jordan Smith Jr. is on the verge of committing to them when he sees who's leaving from Duke in March. So the rich are going to get richer, and he's arguably one of the top players in the country right now.
The other problem that Hubert Davis has, what players he doesn't get if Duke gets him, or if he goes to the West, Tennessee's getting them.
Yeah,
he's being out recruited basketball wise by not just Duke but by Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a big problem, and that's a big problem. Being out recruited by Duke is one thing. When Tennessee is doing it in another conference west of you, there's a problem. It's not good.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Well, let's do some predictions real quick, and they stink and get out of here, guys. So let's talk about this Super Bowl, the predictions. Who do we got? I mean, do you got the Broncos or the or the Patriots? Listen, I'm going with the Patriots. Look, I just pick them to win them or whatever. I just got the Patriots winning that one. What do you guys think? So,
I feel like we're gonna see either a Patriots Seahawks or a Patriots Rams.
Mm-hmm.
But the Broncos, they play well against the Patriots, so I'm gonna go on a limb and think I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Okay, all right.
And I really think
I hope you're right, but go ahead. So
the NFC West is winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree with that. Plus, it's a virtual home game for either team. It's just going to be in a rival stadium in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. What do you got, Shane? Broncos or Patriots?
We're going to get a rematch in the Super Bowl, as much as I hate fucking saying it, because I hate this team, but I love the coach. Patriots make it back to the Super Bowl, but this time the Seahawks are victorious. So that's how I see it. And I'm going Seahawks win it with the NFC West.
That's how I see it. Kerry, who do you got in those 2 games?
I mean, we got 3 possible rematches. The only matchup that wouldn't be a rematch would be Denver and the Rams, but it's not going to be that. It's going to be Denver versus Seattle. Rematch
in the Super Bowl.
Rematch of 2013, the Super Bowl in 2013 in the Meadowlands. I cannot pick the Patriots. I will not pick the Patriots. I will die out of hell before I pick the Patriots, before I pick the rat bastards. I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Well, if the Broncos win, we can celebrate on Stallion Speaks that night or whatever.
Yeah, I'll come on Stallion Speaks Sunday night.
For 5 minutes, speak your piece. Speak it.
My piece about them damn dirty freaking Patriots, man. Lucky bastards.
Rock, what do you think, bud? Like, knowing how close your boys were to being in this Final Four, what do you got as your 2 teams that are going to play for this Vince Lombardi's trophy?
I'm going off big game and LFJ style, man. Fuck the fucking piece of shit ass Patriots. Mike Vrabel's fucking ass. Right. Fuck everybody in Boston. Fuck the fucking New England Patriots. They can kiss my ass. Belichick sucks. Brady sucks. I can't stand that entire fucking squad. That fucking franchise can kiss my ass. The Broncos win. Sean Payton's got a plan.
Yep.
Broncos get to the Super Bowl. The other side, as good as the Rams front 4 is, I believe, the Seahawks defense is better, and they're not getting out of the Pacific Northwest with a win. Seattle to the Super Bowl, and Seattle's your Super Bowl champion.
All right, Mr. Larry Frank Jr., who you got?
I'm going to go strictly to the coaches here for the coaching advantage. I like what Vrabel's doing. I like the fact that he's mimicking what Belichick did, during his playing days. But Sean Payton's been here too many times before. And, I just think, the games in Denver, home cooking is going to work for them. So, yeah, on paper, you would think the Patriots because of the Bo Nix injury, but then again, Stidham, he's been around long enough. And I mean, Peyton works with him long enough. I mean, he doesn't have to, very similar to Carson Beck. You don't have to be the hero. Just,
run it down their throat. Run it down their throat.
Run it down their throat. Everything else, and just manage the game. You'll be all right. So I got the Broncos, and I think it'll be a Broncos. It'll be an old NFC, old AFC West Super Bowl.
Rocky, you got called out by Miss LNV. Rocky can never tell me to behave again.
LNV gonna always call her boo out.
Oh, I love Miss LNV.
Hey, I got breaking news on Stallion Speaks. Y'all want some breaking news? LFJ and Stallion.
What happened, man?
We are now recruiting not only Mensa, but the #1 wide receiver for the Blue Devils, Mr. Cooper Barcate from Duke.
Yeah, he had a big game in the ACC championship game against Virginia, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're on top of him as well. So
wait, but we're also recruiting the freshman receiver from Ohio
State.
Yeah.
that's correct. The speed demon.
Yep.
After we already got Vanderveer Jacobs from South Carolina and the West Virginia wide receiver.
Yeah. See, I give Mario credit, man. He's identifying where they were weak in that championship game, and they're addressing
wide receivers.
You know what that tells me?
And hey, the Ohio State receiver, his coach Hartline is in South Florida, so he has no reason to stay at Ohio State.
And that was his reasoning. He was looking at Miami before he went to Ohio State.
If we recruit and get those guys, do you know what that tells me?
That JoJo's gone?
JoJo's out of here.
Yeah, JoJo's out. He out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for that to break.
A lot of people gonna be mad at that one, LFJ.
Well, he'll be at SMU. He'll be at SMU with Brett Lashley.
Facts,
gosh, man.
I'll say this. I thought JoJo could do better. I still believe that JoJo could do better, but it's ultimately on him. And if that's how the cookie crumbles, I won't be mad.
Yeah.
Good luck. I ain't mad at
Good
it.
luck.
Just get
guys
out of here.
Well, let's get to they stink. I mean, who were your stinkeroos this week? I'll let everybody. I always like to go last because I always have a bunch of them. But I'm curious of who was the stinkeroos this week for everybody. So yeah, go ahead, Kerry.
I'm gonna go first because I got to go back to the Saturday division. I can go back to this weekend's divisional games. The NFL officiating is some of the worst I have ever seen. It gets to a point everybody's talking about the Brandon Cooks. The catch that should have been a catch, which turns into an interception. The next night, Devontae Adams in the Bears game, the same thing happens. And what do they call it? They call it a catch. Even though the defender came up with the ball, they call it a catch. And I had to sit there on Sunday morning to listen to Walt Anderson, the head of the officiating, trying to talk people like we were kids. Like, hold on a second, man. We know the difference between a catch and a non-catch. What are you saying? And their reason for not reviewing it Saturday was because they wanted to move ahead and get the game over so the next game can start. Oh, by the way, did somebody tell them they delayed the game 20 minutes before the start in Seattle so everybody can watch the finish of the Bills Broncos game so they wouldn't miss the kickoff? Did anybody let those officials know that? No, none of them officials know that. I keep telling you, money's being taken on the table. 20 players college basketball this week got busted for illegal gambling and everything. Sooner or later, NFL referees are going to get busted. Someone's going to get busted at some point in the NFL for taking money. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. Everybody else is getting caught. The FBI is not going to stop investigating anytime soon because that means they got nothing else to do. But they're going to keep going. But the NFL officials, you stink. You let the players play for 65 minutes, and then in the last 5 minutes of overtime, you call 3 calls that if you kept the whistle in your pocket, would have been fine. The game would have solved itself. Somebody would have won. Somebody would have lost. You call pass interference, which wasn't pass interference, and then the pass interference that was clear and obvious 5 minutes earlier on Brandon Cooks in the end zone. The guy was mugged him from the 20-yard line to the end zone. No call. Home cooking. I hate these referees. They stink.
Yep. Shane, who'd you have this week as your stinkeroo?
My favorite school, my hometown, University, Tennessee basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How in the flying fuck are you up 17 and lose to Kentucky? Sorry ass. Fuck.
Yeah.
This team is more talent than last year's team that has no fucking heart.
Yep.
If Coach Barnes could bench an entire squad, he would bench his whole fucking team.
Yeah.
This team is more talented offensively, defensively than any team he's ever had, but they have no fucking heart and they don't want to compete. Yep. And they threw away the game. And I swear to God, I would put money on it that fucking Gillespie is shaving points with the way he fucking turns over the ball in the final minutes of a close game, and Tennessee gets blown out. I would put my whole fucking paycheck on it.
Hey, and after the week that Kentucky had, winning a game at LSU on the buzzer, and then they come back from 17 to beat you at home. They won 2 games this week. They should have been 0-2 this week in the conference, and Pope would be on a serious hot seat. But no, they got bailed out.
It's on week 91 of the college basketball season, ranked in the top 25. But we want to shave fucking points and throw the fucking game away. Because I swear to God, I will put this on my kid's life that we shave points.
Interesting.
And they go to Alabama Saturday night.
And with a player coming back.
He'll lose again.
Yeah.
Two-Pair, who was your stinkeroo this week, brother?
Well, I'm gonna stay in the NFL realm on this, and my stinker has got to be CJ Stroud. That was
he was, man.
That I don't recognize who that guy was, man. And it's really sad because that Houston defense is legit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad to see a defense like that when your quarterback plays like that. Man, it was that probably is a stinker. And I do feel for the Miami guys, man. Like losing a national title at the crib. It's not stink worthy though. Yeah. What was stink worthy was that throw by Carson Beck.
Mm-hmm.
That was
fair.
Not like I said. I think this is gonna lay the foundation for the Canes teams to wreak havoc, and you might be seeing.
How galvanized Two-Pair do you think Mario is now after that?
Oh man, like
because
the way you lose, where you lose, the team, like. A lot of it, man. A lot of it. But am I going to say this in a stink category? No. I'm going to say that for the guys. That is a stink category. Like CJ, I'm a big fan of you, but since your rookie year, it's just the second week of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to put some games together to where you're getting past the divisional, because it's gonna the questions are gonna start having to be asked, because you get to a big game like that and you have turnovers like that.
Yep.
And the same could be said for Josh Allen. That wasn't one of Josh Allen's best football.
Nope.
No, it wasn't.
No.
So this week, my stinkers are 2 NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Is that stunk?
That's fair.
You throw Caleb Williams in there, kind of.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna throw Caleb Williams in there. I'm gonna throw his receiver in there for not running the route.
Yeah.
It's fair. Oh. Larry, who you got this week? You didn't get to be on last week, but who was your stinker this week?
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm not gonna take Miami. I should, I want to, but I'm not because I'm already depressed enough about that shit. And I got to talk about it tomorrow night on Utah, and then
I
Saturday.
think if they would have lost 41-6, it would have been warranted. But go ahead. Sorry.
I would have, yeah, I would have, I'd have accepted a beat down, but
It
my
might have been
stinker,
easier to accept, yeah,
because that's a game we outplayed them and we won. But that's water under the bridge. We'll talk about that, tomorrow night and Sunday on Utah and on Stallion Speaks. But I got to go with the 49ers, man. They come out the tunnel dancing and looking like they were ready to do something, and
and then they got text on.
You come out the tunnel dancing, and you let the Seahawks do the stanky leg all over y'all asses and fucking embarrass y'all, man. And like, what's the point, man? Like, bro, like that was just terrible. That was just horrible.
All that build up. And the game ended in 13 seconds on that kickoff.
Yes.
A lot of dancing and no playing.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's my stinker. And the honorable mention stinker, Marcus Freeman. You wanted to pick Indiana to win, but your punk ass said you was taking Miami because you didn't want no bad karma going in the next game.
I don't fuck him.
You're a pussy.
Fuck Marcus Freeman.
Fucking pussy. Stallion, fuck your cousin. Your cousin.
He is. He's a bitch. So he is. I think we are related.
Yo, bitch.
He's gonna wish he went to the NFL probably after Miami goes up there in November and whoops the dog shit out.
Well, here's the thing, real quick about that. They got a light schedule, but they do have to play BYU. They got to go to Provo in September, and they got us going to them in November.
Yeah, you know why they're going to
finish. If they finish with 2 losses.
Yep.
They were bitching about Miami beating them in the first game. Now, if we beat them in November, I don't want to hear shit. You don't deserve to get in with your 10-2 record again if you get that way.
And you know they got that little contract. If they're 11, they automatically.
And we might be going to 16 anyway, LFJ.
We might.
Maybe it's possible. Well, if the SEC got anything to say about it, because the Big Ten's
10 was 24. They're crazy.
And by the way, the only reason Notre Dame is playing BYU is because USC wants to play. They don't want to play USC no more, and USC wanted to move the game to September.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And that's bullshit. Notre Dame needs to be playing USC. That's one of the great rivalries in the history of college football. Just
like Notre Dame and Michigan should still be going on, but it's not.
Yeah, so, they should still be playing each other. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep. Rock, who you got as your stinkeroo this week?
I've got two. I normally wasn't big on calling out individual players. I've changed that since NIL started because everybody's getting paid now. Everybody's pro. But I'm gonna stick in college football, and I'm gonna stick with the Hurricanes game, and I'm gonna say this: your job as a personal protector on a punt team is to protect your punter.
Facts.
Your job is to protect disaster.
Facts.
Because if you let those guys go when you're on punt team, that is a key position, man. I was on punt team in high school and in college.
Me too.
And we got coached up to the max on that. That is do or die. And when you just whiff like that, and I'm not going to call out his name, but I'm going to call out his number 87.
It's not even worth saying his name, but keep going.
When you
I'm gonna call his name, you punk bitch. Go ahead.
You are a guy that went to 2 private schools. You know who he is. You went to 2 private schools. You ought to be smarter than that. You motherfucker, you stink. You fucking stink.
Yeah.
2 pair. Johnny Jackson just said Alex Bauman is the CJ Stroud of Miami, the guy that missed the block on the punt.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Check his bank account. I told y'all, check his bank account. He got paid.
Told y'all, man. Buddy's out there everywhere, man.
All right, Rocky's got a second one.
We forgot. Oh, go ahead, Rocky. I thought of something.
I got a second mistake, and this is a group of them. To all of the learned media personalities out there.
Thank you.
And there were a bunch of them that picked 52-10, 42-3.
Oh my God!
They'll be highlighted on Stallion Speaks. Watch the ticker. Watch the ticker on the bottom.
You got all the names?
Stallion.
I have all the names because it would have been better had we won. But even though we lost close, they're still going to be all called out on my rant.
Look, we didn't win the game, but there was no way we were going to get blown out at home like that.
Especially when we had a shitty defense last year and that didn't even happen. But go ahead. So
we haven't lost the game by more than, help me out, 6 points in how
We
long?
haven't lost a game by double digits since TVD was the quarterback. 5 games we've lost in the last 2 years by single digits, and that's with last year's putrid defense.
And to be, I get it from fans, no problem. But to be media personalities that are calling you out like that, that's just disrespectful. And y'all motherfuckers, y'all stink.
You do stink. They do. Who were you going to say, Larry? You had one more that you had forgotten or whatever.
I gotta. I hate to do it, but I have to throw Carson Beck in there. But it's not for reasons that you think about. That damn porn star that he was rolling with that loved him. Now after the national championship, after he loses, she drops his ass, and then she got the nerve and the audacity to say that she was mad because ESPN was filming her.
Man, I swear I know her from somewhere. I don't know where I know her.
Listen,
she's been on this computer, but anyway.
Here's my thing. You're upset about ESPN putting you on film. Did anybody listen? Pardon my French. Please forgive me for what I'm about to say. Bitch, this ain't the first time you've been on film. What the hell?
I think Riley Reid has started something. Please take my videos down. I don't want my child to see what I did that made me my money.
I'm sitting there.
Own it.
Something about
that would have made the greatest 30 for 30 in all time.
You got that right.
It would have.
We should still make it anyway.
I remember back in the day when Alabama, when AJ McCarron's girlfriend with Catherine.
And Musburger jizzed on camera or whatever.
Losing his mind.
Ladies and gentlemen.
If he had called the game,
she had a modeling career, and she thanked him. He said, "Your exposure of me got me more jobs and everything." So she thanked him.
But my thing
Abella's made more money than Carson Beck has
ever made. Yes. But my thing is, you really got the audacity. You played him. You dumped him after he lost the national championship. And then you said that you didn't appreciate being put on camera. But how many angle shots have we seen you sucking it from the back on camera?
I've seen you in POV, third person, first person, second,
sideways, backwards,
everything, upside down, hanging from the chandelier. I mean, come on, man!
It's unbelievable.
I'm trying to imagine if that would have went forward, what that bachelor party would have looked like, man. Would that have been all the bachelor?
I don't know.
Robert Kraft would have found a way to be there. I know that.
I don't know if y'all saw the photos.
You know what's bad? It's like, so my son pulled up a fucking photo. It was like, Dad, which is like it was Abella and the Indiana chick. Like, Dad, which one did you pull for? It's like, well, I know for damn well I could pull up Abella's fucking picture and find every video I want. He's like, what?
Hey, listen. I ain't gonna be mean.
That would be give meaning to the new term "happy ending" for sure.
Listen. I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't gonna hate or whatever. Indiana won the fucking game, but I'm gonna say this much, dude. Give me whatever is a Miami fan chick-wise, because the shots that ESPN used of them Indiana cheerleaders, this is some ugly-ass damn women, man. That's all I'm saying. They were dog ugly. Fuck.
Corn-fed women. Those are...
It hurt my eyes, to be honest with you. I mean, I know I ain't nothing to look at, but I ain't no cheerleader either. So
I like my girls thick, but I don't want the bitch pressing more than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Butterfaces.
That's the definition of corn-fed.
Yeah, that Butterface.
James, here's the thing about Butterface.
Mm-hmm.
You bend them over and turn on the lights off, everything feels
It's like looking at a Britney Spears poster on the wall.
Exactly.
But anyway,
a lot of paper bags in Indiana.
Yep,
yes, they are. Yes, they are. Keep your trophy. I'll keep my Miami women.
I got a troll of the week, Stallion. This is
go ahead, and then I'll finish up with my stink. Go ahead. Yeah. So
for us Miami guys, I don't know if you saw it, 2-pair, but apparently Malachi Tony hit the portal and is talking to Mike Norvell.
Yeah, that was funny. Actually,
that was the troll of the day.
That was funny.
James,
so
before you get to your extra I stink, I got an extra one. And it happened tonight. The Brooklyn Nets stink.
They got
beat by 50.
Horrible organization.
I'll give you a crazy stat. The New York Knicks in their franchise history has played 6,653 games.
Yeah, I saw that just now.
They've beaten anybody by 50. And it was the Brooklyn Nets, who are absolutely stink. They suck. There's high school teams that can beat the Brooklyn Nets. That's how bad they are. They stink.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's going to be my quick stink before we wrap it up. And great show tonight. And guys, thank you for taking the time. And everybody that's hung with us, please smash that like button, please, and share us so everybody can join our cause. But my stink, by the way, it was going to be 87. It could have been everybody that everybody mentioned. But let me just tell you this. There had to be one asshole that had to just come on at the last second and make it all about me when he got punked by both fucking teams. And that was our friend Ryan Day over at Ohio State, who actually said, I'm watching this game, and there's not a doubt in my mind that my team, if we were playing them right now, we would win. Listen, motherfucker, you got Jeremiah Smith. You won last year. You got curb stomped by Miami. Indiana beat you every which way when it mattered most. You stink, dude. Get the hell out of here. Do that thing. You know, let's see how good you guys are going forward. You've lost half your team either to the portal or to the NFL. I mean, get the hell out of here, man. You stink. And just
Big Ten and the SEC might be the most powerful conferences, but man, they got some whining motherfuckers.
They do, man. I've never seen. I have to go buy tampons for these guys at Walmart, honestly. So
can I give a what the fuck moment real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Do it.
Genie bus on LeBron James.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
He fucking hates LeBron.
Wow.
Well, I mean, look what he's done. He's held them hostage. He's
held every team he's been on hostage.
I wish you all had that NBA show, Larry, if you all ever debut that on the Utah channel, because I could just imagine the talks that Devin would say about the Lakers and everything.
Devin
my
hates
God.
LeBron suffered another setback this week. When they brought the All-Star teams, it's the first time in his career he's not a starter on the All-Star team.
I have been a Showtime LA Laker fan my entire life in the NBA. From Magic and Irvin, from Magic and Worthy to Kobe and Shaq.
Yep.
And ever since LeBron James has joined that franchise, I have not watched one Laker game.
I can believe that.
Lakers.
Wow.
Breaking news.
Greatest of all time.
Oh, breaking news.
He stayed in one place. He stayed in one place. He won titles. People came to play with him. He didn't leave to go join everybody else. People came to play with Michael. That's why Michael's the greatest, man. That's why Kobe's better, because everybody wanted to play with Kobe.
Yeah.
Breaking
news. Larry's got breaking news.
What you got on?
News. 15 minutes ago, Darian, you probably saw this, Rocky. Darian Mensah is officially in the transfer portal.
Okay. All right. So that'll be tomorrow.
The hits just keep on coming.
I'm gonna make a right turn, Shano. I read 3 previews this week. We got our opening day in 3 weeks, which I'm looking forward to, baby. Right now, Miami is very underrated. They're rated between 15 and 25 in three different rankings categories. Yep. And the so-called experts are wondering how we're gonna hold our runs down because our pitching is so-called suspect. I don't know how that could be with the returning ACC Pitcher of the Year.
I was going to say, you got the returning Pitcher of the Year coming back.
That's what I read.
Yeah. So, well, I'm excited for them this year.
I'm excited for college baseball. College baseball. I've never been more excited for a year than I am for this year because there are so many good teams out there.
There it is.
There it is. Shane got the Bulls thing going. That's awesome. So
that's going to be fun in Tennessee and Miami.
Give me Josh Sheelander and my boys.
And I'm going to talk a little bit about college baseball when the season really gets going as far as we get down, because I love the college baseball, especially the conference tournaments, the regionals. The College World Series is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite sporting events ever. I love the college.
The big dogs right now. Number 1 is UCLA.
Yep.
Number 2 is your boy, the Tigers, LSU, and I think it's UNC.
This is going to be a fun year, college baseball. I can't wait. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the changes that's coming. I'm excited about the young blood that's coming into high school baseball. It's going to be so much fun. college baseball. You can't beat it. To me, you can't beat it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, guys,
excited about
it's been an amazing show. Everybody, last few seconds, everybody say what they want, and I'll finish out the show. I want to thank everybody for being on. And again, smash that like button and share us. Next Tuesday night, the KR Big Game Show debuts at 8 o'clock. So definitely see what's going on there, guys. And, everybody, just final thoughts before we close this one out. Obviously, you got You Talk tomorrow night with Larry Frank. I can't wait to see what everybody has to say there. Obviously, you got Stallion Speaks on Sunday night. We're going on at 9 o'clock. I know everybody's going to be invested in that NFC game, but I'll still go on at 9 o'clock towards the end of it, and we'll have a great show. So, yeah, but what's your all's thoughts? So, closing us out. So, yeah.
Looking forward to this. Has been a fun night. Looking forward to seeing all of you again. I'm looking forward to the show on Tuesday. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of people, hopefully get a lot of people to talk about football. I'm going to preview the Super Bowl, start the preview of the Super Bowl. We're going to talk college basketball. We're going to talk about the Winter Olympics. That's coming up pretty soon in a couple of weeks, along with the Super Bowl on the same day. You got the morning of the Super Bowls, the opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics, and then you got the Super Bowl that night. So NBC is hooked up with TV sports on all day long. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to the Olympics, some of the events like the ice hockey. The hockey's my favorite event in the Winter Olympics.
Curling. Give me curling.
Curling's fun too. Love curling. You talking to a curling god up here, coming from Western New York, man. I watch curling.
All I'm saying is if we all get
Lindsey Vaughn, another appearance. One more time, Lindsey Vaughn.
All I'm saying is if we all
Micaiah Schifrin, the women's skiing is going to be must-see TV because there's some serious talent in the women's ski. That's going to be off the chain. Yes, we'll talk a lot about the Winter Olympics. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Can't
I
wait.
look forward to it, and I always enjoy being here with you guys. Always enjoy. This is great therapy, 3 hours worth of therapy. I don't have to pay for a doctor. I get it right here. This is perfect.
Yes, sir. That's what this is all about. So, Anybody else? Go ahead. Wherever you want to go.
Yeah, LFJ, we get one more session tomorrow at You Talk, man. We'll be there tomorrow with you and Devin. Whenever you guys do y'all show, looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
Insights on what went down. And, Stallion, we'll see you on Sunday for Stallion Speaks.
Damn right.
Love being here with you guys. And, looking forward to what's next to come.
Yep, absolutely. Larry?
Yeah, tomorrow night, me and Devin will be on. Sunday morning, me and Ale will be on. I know the chat will be hopping and popping. What can I say? Still somewhat speechless. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
It's just a hurting thing, but I'm thankful, because one thing about Miami Hurricane football, they're talking about us. We're the subject of all conversation. And even if we don't win a national championship, the consolation prize is being on everybody's minds and being the subject of everybody's conversation. One thing about the U back in the day, they were hated and the attention was just all on them. And I mean, I've never seen a team that lost a national championship and you've got Florida State fans, you got Florida fans, you got Notre Dame fans, you got Ohio State fans. When I saw that graphic that showed the United States and it said everybody that's rooting for Indiana and it was the whole country and people rooting for Miami, it was the little southern tip of Florida, that told me right then and there,
you're back.
The U is back.
We're back.
And even though, last thing, and I'm going to pass it, even though football-wise, I can no longer say, I said this before, the U is not back from a football standpoint because that was a different era and you will never replicate that era.
Yep.
The attitude towards Miami, the U is back because the U was hated and that hatred is out there. And I mean, I'm loving it. And I had a guy see me with my flags on my truck today and he said, "You hopped on the bandwagon." I said, "Well, I'll hop on your mother next, but I've never been."
Hey,
that's all I got.
Let me tell you something, Larry. I'm going to tell you this. Them being back is great for college football. It's absolutely fantastic for Miami to be back in college football.
Yep,
absolutely.
Love it, man. The more traditional powers we get back in the sport, it's already terrific, the better it is.
Yes.
The
You gotta
better
have the
it is
Joker.
when
You
guys
gotta
in
have the
Miami,
Joker in there.
when
so.
Miami's talked about, when Alabama's hated, when they're hated, Tennessee, when all the teams that are hated the most are back in the play, college football's in a great spot. It's in a great spot.
And it needs to be.
It needs to be.
Yep.
And TV is going to take advantage of it. That's the good thing about television now. They're going to take advantage of it. They're going to ride this thing as long as it's going to go, man.
Yeah,
indeed.
Two-pair, what you got, man? Your final thoughts?
Man, I guess like my final thoughts is like we're starting to understand you got to clutch to win games. You got to be in all three phases of a football game.
Yep.
Because guys, we're down to almost 3 football.
Yep.
Yeah,
3 games left.
Yeah, 3 games left in football. Yeah.
Like once college football was over with, and this is not a knock on the guys in the UFL. I mean, keep grinding.
Yeah.
But we're about to be without football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it hurts.
August?
Till August. Yep, for 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Like it's gonna be.
But don't worry, I'll keep you up with the free agency and the coaching changes and everything else. Trust me, it's a full season. When it's the NFL,
I can't really say the football season is ever over.
Yeah,
it's never over now.
NFL draft.
Yep, the draft.
Then we do have the UFL in March, which is a little different. Not the greatest of football,
but it's football.
But it's football.
Yep.
And it'll hold you over. But all I can really say is the coaching hirings, the coaching firings.
Yep.
Looking at what college sports has become in these last few years, and the way this basketball, like the loopholes, and we just starting to see a different era of amateur sports. And I got to leave on this note because our West High Rebels played well last night against Powell.
They did, and they beat Powell. I like that. Anytime you beat Powell, that's all that matters.
And we didn't really touch on any high school sports tonight. But Kalu Fofana is something serious.
I like it.
Like he's putting up highlights. It's like watching Kimball Walker. And I advise anybody that's in the Knoxville area, if you get to a West High game, he might be one of those guys that you're gonna be talking about playing at the next level. He's been putting on a show.
Yep.
Yeah, two-pair, real quick. I'm sorry I missed the football season as far as you mentioned high school football, because I take Louisiana high school football seriously. I know LFJ does too. We take that crap seriously.
I've learned a lot.
That's something we could have talked about on here a little bit.
Yep.
LFJ knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shane, real quick, your final thoughts before I'll wrap it up.
My final thoughts. This is gonna be a personal one. This is my final year of coaching after 13 years of football.
Wow.
Wow.
I have played since I was 7 years old.
Wow.
I got to play while I was in the Marine Corps on base teams. Took a few years off while I waited for my daughter to grow up. Because as some of y'all know, my oldest daughter, who's now 20, decided to play football and follow in Dad's footsteps. So I coached her. So she got to high school and then went back and started coaching my son. So it hit me last week that this is my final season coaching.
Wow.
At least until if one of my girls has a boy or a girl, never know, and they decide to play.
That's all.
So it's a little weird for me.
Yeah.
Like it's hit me, but it hasn't. So I'm just going to embrace this final year of getting to coach football. and prepping to be a dad because I don't know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my final thought. Like it's you don't realize how quick time goes by.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the things you're passionate about slowly come to an end. So like my daughters don't plan on having kids till they're 25. So I've got 6-7 years before I even have a grandkid. And then got a couple years after that before depending on where they're growing up at, where they play football at.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hitting me. It's hitting me hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I will do next year or the following year. So when Keegan's finishes his 8th grade year and gets ready to go be a freshman in high school, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because I've coached every sport there is, with the exception of like cheer. I have called a cheer competition, so that counts.
There you go. You covered it. You covered it. There you go.
It all. So like it's hit me hard.
Yeah.
Because
No, I hear you.
it's my
I hear
passion.
you, man.
Well, to finish out the show and piggyback off Shane, you talk about time passing by, guys. It was a magical ride, and I want to thank the University of Miami for giving a fight, getting a chance to get in there, making the most of the opportunity. It hurts that we didn't finish it, but nothing made me happier that I got to watch at least one game, 23 years with both my parents, with what they faced health wise and what they're about to face even more. The look on my mom's face, the sound she made when that interception made, it didn't hit me right when it happened, but it took me a bit to go to bed that night.
Mm-hmm.
And, for her, I hope that maybe next year we're blessed to be in Vegas for another opportunity at it. We'll see what happens. But just to have that moment with my folks to watch just a chance at it, nobody will ever be able to take that away from me. That's why I didn't cry that night. But that said, I want everybody to tune in to Stallion Speak Sunday night. I got something planned. You'll want to grab your popcorn. You know me; I'm always all about the theatrics, and I always make the most of an opportunity. So just tune in of what I got planned. But listen, support these guys. Support these guys. You talk tomorrow night. Stallion Speak Sunday night. Carrie's show on Tuesday. When we get Two Pair and Shane O'Mac show up and running, as well as Brad's show. Everybody just tune in. If you enjoy hearing us, we know our stuff. We are almost we're better than the sports almanac in the Back to the Future movies. We pretty much will tell you what happens. You just need to tune in and give us a shot. If you're entertained by us, like and share our cause. And listen, I couldn't be more prouder of a group of guys that I get to hang with and talk sports with once a week. We're all over the place, Louisiana, here in Tennessee, wherever. But listen, I love you guys. I wouldn't want to roll with anybody else. I love my teams, and win or lose, they're my teams, and I ain't no bandwagon fan. So from all of us here at Rebels with a Cause, thank you for hanging with us for these 3 hours. Enjoy the rest of the football. Let's transition to basketball and all these other great sports. And everybody have a wonderful week and keep having a great year in this 2026. Dubs up, as always, as we do it on this show, dubs up. So I appreciate it, as always, guys. And be your rebel with a cause, because remember, that cause don't stop when that clock hits 0. We out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you all.
Night.
Night.